Hey everybody, before we get started, just to remind you this episode is brought to you by our patrons like Ahaga Comics, Qua, Jimmy Vasquez, Kylie Denton, Nestor Flores, and Soto-san 0424. If you like what we do and want to see us do more, consider supporting us on Patreon. You can get access to episodes early and lots of other goodies, and it will help us out. Thanks for your support, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. And with that, everybody, welcome. It's live from Studio Mega. It's live with Lucky. Everyone applause. Yay, Studio Honest goes wild. Are you going wild? I hope you are.
I golf clapped.
Golf clapped? Yeah, golf clap. Appreciation. Again, everyone, welcome. This is Live with Lucky. This is going to be me talking to you for several hours while we have a live audio from our Discord. Remember, there are links to our Discord in the description below. It is free to join, and it is free to listen to Live with Luckies, which happen monthly. So basically, the basis of Live with Lucky is, since Omega does so much talking all month, and I usually just am in the background with a keck or do that one thing, we decided to do something to, bring a little bit more of me to you. And this is what we got. As I said, the idea usually is for throughout the month for me to be collecting suggestions from our Patreons, but unfortunately, Lucky is a dumb. I accept this. I hope all of you accept this too. And I didn't post the topic until 4 or 5 days ago. So unfortunately, there wasn't a lot of time to generate things for me to talk about. Luckily, though, as is my namesake, I'm very good at just rambling on ahead for just an indeterminate amount of time. So we're going to be shooting for about 2 to 3 hours, but we'll see where we get through. So let's actually start with one of our Patreon questions. This one comes from TTK Artemis, and I'm just gonna read the whole thing. They wrote a paragraph, but I'm okay with that. So Artemis writes, so, the other day I was looking through my collection in Azure Lane, and I noticed an interesting thing. The rarest ship, as in, owned by the smallest amount of players in the entire game, is currently Columbia, who isn't a super limited gacha ship, but a free drop. And it actually made me pretty proud of myself, since I have her, and not only is she rare, but pretty cute and one of the best light cruisers in the game. This entire thing got me thinking, wouldn't it be awesome if more gacha games had characters like that, obtainable only through effort and not money? Like if Kiara was a drop, from doing Kiara with a whip only, and unattainable through other means. I guess it's not the best example, since she'll still be a event limited, unlike Columbia, who jumps from a permanent story chapter. But you get the idea. What are your thoughts on this, Lucky? Also, on an unrealistic topic, what kind of music does Lucky listen to? Any tracks that got into your head recently and you can recommend? Alright. So, we're just going to take this, dial this back to Azure Lane, and this is going to get us into game design. As I like to tell a lot of people, games have two sides to them. We usually only see one side of it. That's the actual game side. The other side of this is the business side, and what makes money. Now, this is something that I've really noticed between playing Girls Frontline, Azure Lane, and then playing games like FGO. Completely different mindsets when it comes to their gacha and drop mechanics. FGO basically works by giving you a small pool of, I shouldn't say a small pool, but a size pool of decent to, good servants with a few mishaps, I would say, along the way. And then basically putting all of their really good servants away into behind a gacha. Now, this is obviously, a predatory practice for your wallet. Let's not kid anybody. As I said, we do get some solid welfares in our events. And, as I said, people do make an actual effort out of it to, show that you can complete events with, just 3 stars and below. So it is doable. But would I want FGO to start doing more quote unquote free servants? Yes and no. I do think that FGO's gacha system needs a lot of rebalancing. I really do. It has no safety net, and you honestly don't know when some servants are gonna come around again. You just don't. In JP, people were screaming for 2 years for the CCC rerun, because it literally, before Summer 3, it was the only way to get a moon cancer. Now, I'm gonna continue using FGO as an example to say that if FGO would start using a drop system, it would completely utterly upset the balance of what FGO is right now, especially if they start putting limited servants into the mix. Now, there's a slight problem with this. I find mostly in that the limited run effect, because when the events are limited, you have to spend real world money for that. Now, but it might be a better chance than continuously farming a node for them. Because as I said, like 1% is 1% regardless of how you pull for it. If they put SSRs into drop rates, they're gonna be astronomically low. Like, in not Girls Frontline, and, well, actually, no, I can say this in Girls Frontline. And all the times that I have played Girls Frontline, I have gotten 3 limited, gun girls from the story chapters. Just 3. Out of all the time I've been playing. And there is a limited girl in every single chapter. Well, basically in the boss fight in every single chapter, there is a chance to get the limited girl from every single node. It's a chance. And basically, here's the interesting thing. Because a lot of the currency events have you running through the boss nodes just to get the currency events, you actually do those boss nodes a fairly amount of time. Like, so yeah, those drop rates are super fucking limited. Now here's the thing. If they increase those drops, well, as I said, then basically that unit will become like, not as rare. People wouldn't work as much for it. That means there's less time being spent on the game and less potential money being made. Like I said, I'm not one who's gonna like basically say, oh, this is how a game works or not. But you have to always consider both sides of this. FGO's basically only money-making system is in the gacha. That is it. There is only one thing you spend quartz for, and that is to roll on the gacha. That's it. While in games like that have drops like Azure Lane and Girls Frontline, you can spend your actual in-currency money on your real world currency things on a lot of fucking things. Yeah, I'm not gonna say forget Rainbow Apples, but still, that's not something that most people are gonna go snap immediately to. That's usually Rainbow Apples is the oh shit button.
By the way, fact check Omega here. I decided to double check this since you were talking about unit numbers. Currently in JP there are 243 servants. There are ID numbers for 385 ship girls, and there's about 264 T-dolls in Girls Frontline. So, if you guys want to compare those numbers.
Now, I'm going to springboard off of this to show you, like, where Azure Lane and Girls Frontline make your money. You only start with, I think, 100... I know you start with only 100 slots in Girls Frontline. I think you start with, like, 100, 150 in Azure Lane. I can't remember. But it's less than 200. I'll tell you that right now. So if you want to keep every single fucking gun or ship you get, you have to start dumping money into that. Not to mention, you can buy money for use money for more resources in both cases. Use more money for to expedite and Girls Frontline you can use it to expedite like research and training and all that stuff. You can in Azure Lane you can use it to buy costumes. In Girls Frontline you can use money to buy tokens that'll give you a chance to get costumes. So looking at it like subjectively, Azure Lane and Girls Frontline can give you those limited drops because they're making you spend your money in other places. They have the motherfucking diamond racket going on too, which has a mechanical weight because usually girls who have the oath ring or have an oath ring get higher stats. So that's why I don't think FGO can do that kind of model, because if they start like pulling away from their money making in the gacha to start giving to other people, less people might start spending on the gacha.
Also, I want to say, Artemis is with us in chat and commented, since I'm policing the chat, that they feel like you aren't running out of servant space because FGO is stingy with its servants. You could say that, but also, you have like 300 slots. We have only just now hit 243. Like, even if they, double the amount of servants you get in a month, they've been super generous with their storage, so it's...
As I said, like, FGO gives you like 300.
I mean, you could call them super stingy, but we just got... 3 in an event. That's a little slim, but then there's usually 1 or 2 per event.
And
I mean,
Artemis,
that's
you
fair,
say it's
but
also
still.
you say it's shared with XPs and foes, but let me tell you, the only reason you keep XP and foes in your inventory is because you're saving for a specific servant, which means that you're looking ahead and waiting for something to show up. Because let me tell you, it's a lot harder to spend fucking bullens and prototype bullens in Azure Lane than it is ever to spend them in FGO. Like, honestly, you can just like go over to your enhance, be like, all right, I'll just start working on this server and get them in Lily. And the second part of that, it's instant fucking gratification. Instant. You don't have to wait. You don't have to like with leveling, you don't have to wait to spend your foes or whatever. It's like, all right, let me just get rid of these foes here real quick, and just like, you know, you load up 20, you put it, go, boom, they're in, they're leveled up, happy. And as your lane, you need 2 prototype bullens, you need like 10k coins. You got to make sure they're not doing any sort of training, any of that, and then you can do it. Let's not even talk about how long it takes for like timers to go down for anything to happen. So yeah, FGO, its gacha model, it's not the greatest. It definitely doesn't have any sort of safety net. But goddamn, when you want those quick hits, and there, be like, yes, instant shot of adrenaline. My BB is now level 80. Yes, excellent.
Right, I was about to say, you probably risk a lot more money spend in the gacha with the Saint Courts and all that. You got to save a lot. There's a lot of risk. You may have to spend a lot of money, which you're known for, since this is a show about you. But when you get that thing you're prepared for, when you've saved up your money or your courts, if you've also spent and saved up your EXPs, like you said, day one, everybody I know will be like, oh, hey, here's my Kiara. She's level 90 with 10 skills, and, I'm ready to drop those grails.
Yeah.
Whereas with, I mean, not that I check anybody's, because do your friends matter in Azure Lane? That's another question mark that's a little weird to me. But from what I hear from people, they don't usually. You don't usually go to like, oh yeah, and so the event just dropped, and now I already have Nagato, and my Nagato's level 100. That doesn't happen.
Nope. I say, my Nagato, like right now, like my Nagato's not like level 90 something right now, and I've been pushing her hard. Her skill, I only have one of her skills at 10. The second one's at like 8, and she has been going full tilt that entire time too. Do I think FGO's gacha needs some rebalancing? Yeah. Like, I would not be remiss for them putting like welfares into the rare prism shop at some point. I think that'd be good. I definitely want them to see them put out more welfares. That's for sure. But an actual
hey, if you want to hear our opinions on what they should do to fix FGO's gacha, listen to like literally any episode of Let's Talk FGO. We have gotten spicy feedback from people about what I think are very practical suggestions to be like, nah, dude, there's some stuff you could do that would make this less of a pain in the dick.
Well, you see, here's the thing, Axe. The idea of only 300 quartz in a single batter, that's small potatoes. That really is. Like, free to play players, yeah, that seems like a lot, but that's basically 280 packs. That's what I basically spend on any banner I roll on.
That also doesn't.
You see, here's the thing.
Help. Just saying. I'm gonna go down now.
Go die. Grand Blue Fantasy has their spark system that requires 300 spark crystals. I can't remember what the fuck they are. You get 1 per roll. That means you have to make 30 10 pools. That means you have to buy enough for 30 pools. So, as I said, my idea for a safety net, I've said this a couple times, is that you make blank Saint Graphs a RP resource, and you can get basically 10, like, every so fucking often. Because once you start burning, if you roll a knot, you'll start burning servants you don't need, you'll start stocking up rare prisms. And if you basically make 1 blank Saint Graph cost 3 RP, that's 30 rare prisms you have to save. That's 10 SSRs or 30 SRs you have to save up. That's not too bad. That means you're also rolling on the gacha still. You're basically rolling on the gacha still and whatnot.
Also, and, I believe the idea would also be maybe it's limited by monthly, so you can only get so many free per month.
Yeah, and it'd be useful. And definitely Dallas Rose, excuse me, I butchered your name, says, however, saving the crystal is actually not that difficult, which is very true. And Grand Blue Fantasy, they give you crystals for fucking everything. Like, I've just been saving up. I'm thinking I'm at like 30,000 something. I'm like a third of the way there. I think you need like 90,000 to basically be able to spark. Yeah. So that's that. Like, I definitely want FGO to basically rethink how they're doing their gacha and maybe move into a more well-balanced mindset. But I don't want them to basically break their marketing model for it. As I said, everyone wants to make money. Just because you don't want to spend money doesn't mean they have to give it up.
Also, I think we've talked about this. Just because you've made shitloads of money doesn't mean people want you to stop making shitloads of money. So just because FGO is, like, super popular, I think I saw a stat today that for 2019, combined between iOS and Android store, they are, like, the top-grossing app. Or something like that. So, yeah. That means that your corporate overlords still expect you to make shitloads of money.
Mm-hmm.
So, you need to be careful. That said, we got an anniversary coming up in JP, and not too long. Usually that's where you see the cutting edge. I think Safety Net and How to Get Welfares, now that lots of reruns are now basically forever gone.
Well, here's the thing, Artemis. Adding a free few drop systems really undermine their income. You gotta remember, FGO is completely playable with the servants we have that you basically get from now. Like, everyone goes on about how great, like, Shakespeare, Koo, Hans, and basically a whole bunch of other things go on.
All those guys are obtainable for FP Gacha, which is, of course, you have shitloads of. I have 999 FP rolls right now.
Yeah. If there became a way for people to get good servants without having to basically spend money, yes, because then people would be like, because then it would have to go because then the marketing strategy would have to go, all right, this is a servant you want not because of mechanics, but because of looks. Which I don't think is a good direction for the game to go in.
Also, I will say the alternative is they do the equivalent of the quote-unquote Fox Mines in Azure Lane, which is like, okay, so you can literally only get this servant by farming this map a million times. Hey, here's how we got your money. You have to spend shitloads of Saint Quartz because you'll never ever get this drop in a million years. Unless you stay here all day, all the time.
Like, I know, like, not everyone has a Akagi and Kaga. I did. I think one of the reasons why I'm probably so well leveled in Azure Lane is because I was deep into the Fox Mines for a while. Like, I have Akagi Kaga. They both have oaths. They both are level 100. It's like, Akagi has like 10, 10, 10 on her planes. Because I was committed to getting them. Oh yeah, or you could be like definitely normal Dallas Rose and get them both in 20 runs. Fuck you, sir. Fuck you, Axe.
That's the equivalent of, I got Kiara on one ticket. Mm-hmm. I got 2 Kiaras on one ticket. Don't ask me how that works. So, as I said, I don't want them to, like, as I said, as much as we talk about things and how we want to be, people over there in Japan have people whose job it is to be all like, all right, what is our dastardly marketing scheme going to look like? Mm-hmm. And they have something that works. Yeah, that's something that definitely, FGO really does need to work on their costume game. Holy shit. Well, they could be faster. What I was typing in chat was, there's no premium currency for costumes. You don't spend quartz to do it. You don't even spend mana prisms sometimes. And there's no randomness either. It's not like, God forbid, Girls Frontline. Ugh. I'm having flashbacks. Let's not talk about Girls Frontline right now.
So, Artemis, yeah, I do, I don't think limited drops are necessarily the way to go. Because, as I said, then basically all people are gonna, like, especially hardcore players who, you know, are like, especially like hardcore NA players who are just gonna look into the fucking future and be all like, all right, I'm going to expect this there and now, and I'm just gonna wait until it happens. I'm not gonna spend any money until it happens. Yeah, I think it'll put a hit in their finances. Maybe not so one to make them break their bank, but maybe something that makes them feel a little bit uncomfortable. And if you know anything about businesses, they guard their money. They really guard their money. Ooh. I don't know, I think I answered
Also,
that.
think about it this way. How many times have you been playing FGO and you've been like, fuck, I need a CE drop? Think about how rare those are. God forbid, imagine if, like, welfares were drops like CEs for the events. Oh, that would... Oh my god, my BB is only NP4 because that 5th BB just wouldn't drop.
Yeah, actually,
I'm getting shivers just thinking about it. That would suck.
That's actually, I'm actually thinking about that asset. Remember, you'd have to get 5 copies of every servant to get them up to NP level 5. Imagine having to get 5 limited drops in a limited event. I want all of you to think about that.
Well, that's just then. They're stealing their money by you have to spend quartz to refill AP.
I guess. But then it becomes a matter of time and efficiency. Let me see here. But I guess that is Lucky's thoughts on game design. So, we're gonna switch over to, what music Lucky listens to. This is a hell of a topic change. I guess there's basically 2 categories of music you can say I listen to. One is anime-song, which is, anime songs. I fucking love anime songs. I love anime openings and endings. Like, I'll go in our Discord and I'll be like, check out this fucking sweet-ass opening. I'll be like, fuck yeah. No one else really cares, but I'm still like, fuck yeah. So, I like anime songs. I can't really say there's a particular style of anime songs I like. I like them all, but there are definitely a few groups that I have come to love, and I'm always excited for their music. One is everyone's favorite, Aimer. You better love Aimer. I'm just saying that. 2 is my favorite idols, Claris. I have a deep love for Supercell and Egoist. And Man with Ambition these are all my top sets when it comes to anime songs. I also like Bump on Chicken and a few others. But like if you're gonna say like my top 5, it's gonna be right there. Now, the other side of the spectrum was before I discovered a fuck ton of anime and can watch it all fucking day long. It's basically 90s and aughts alternative rock, emo, and punk. So, like, if you like catch my me listening to YouTube, I'm either gonna be listening to I said anime songs, and I'm just gonna be all like that's a like I don't care if you can't understand this. I love this. Artemis, if you kind of like Database, go check out their single Winding Road. It was the opening to Golden Kamuy, and I think it's like one of their best. But so if you catch me listening to like my Western music, you'll be hearing me listening to things like Sugar Cult, Green Day. Let's see, Rise Against, Yellow Card. Let's see here, Newfound Glory, like Foo Fighters. Like I would say like 50% of what I'd be listening to is the Foo Fighters, though. Goddamn, Dave Grohl, you're a madman and a genius, and I love you. Let's see. I really don't like get in with like. I hate to say it, this is not how I'm getting old. It's like I really don't get it with the music nowadays. Like I don't know, something about it. I'm just like meh. Let's see here. I hate to say it. I know there's more artists I like to listen to, but I am just hella spacing on their fucking names right now. This is why I like buying physical media on my music, because then I could just go over and look at it and just be all like, oh yeah, this is good. I like to listen to like some 80s and 70s stuff too. And oh my god, any day the Queen comes on randomly is a good fucking day. But yeah, like, for a little while I was into rap and hip hop, but then I was just like, nah, this ain't my jam. And for a while there I was into EDM. I still like EDM, but I'm not so into it that, I'm gonna start looking up, start looking up bands and artists and DJs and whatnot. It's like, oh sweet, here's some EDM. I'm gonna wait for that drop.
You're not gonna listen to 1-hour compilations of trance techno?
Actually I might. But the thing is, if I listen to it, I'm not gonna care really much about who made it. For me, that's something, for me to say that I really like something is for me to actually go in and learn the artist's name and affiliation and like see what other stuff they made. Like my anime songs, like, yeah, I just heard the song on an anime, and then I went into further to discover more of what they do, and if I like them. EDM, I'll be all like, alright, I need some fucking chill beats to work to, and I'm gonna be like, alright, trance techno, booyah. I'm gonna put my sunglasses on upside down and, just work at it.
Excuse me, sir, I believe you mean 24/7 Lo-Fi Hill Hi-Fi Chill Beats to Bop to?
I'm gonna delete that one day as soon as I think of something better. I swear to God.
Good luck with that.
But yeah, I guess that answers about my music. Like, if you like, let's see here. Yeah, honestly, like if you like look at my posts in fucking that music channel, it's all over the place, and I enjoy that. As I said, Lucky is a person who listens to anything, but I like a few things. I think is what I'm trying to get to. I guess. And so, Loki. Lucky's kind of a floaty person. I was trying to say Lucky and floaty at the same time, and it came out Loki. I like that. Anyway. So, are there any tracks that got into my head recently that I could recommend? Let's see. I'm trying to think of something that I've been, like, listening to nonstop. Well, actually, let's see. It's not an anime song. It's actually Rise Against Prayer of the Refugee. It's one of my favorite fucking songs ever. I play it a lot when I'm, like, writing and stuff. Here, I'm gonna post it in the general chat. All y'all take a listen of it. What else has been in my head? No, nothing much. I really haven't been thinking about it. So, I'm actually curious. Let me go check my fucking YouTube history. Let me see what I've been listening to here. Also, fun fact, my YouTube channel is still getting fucking subscribers. And I'm like, please stop. YouTube, why are you minimizing this video? Please don't. I don't want to watch this right now. Oh, there's the next button. Thank God. Okay, most of my history is fucking Rachel's and June's Adventures, which is super fucking cute. Oh! This is who I've been listening to. Okay, so I gotta make an adjustment here. When I need, when I listen to something for a long time and I don't really think about it, I always pull up Solano Hiroyuki OSTs. Solano Hiroyuki is a fucking anime composer who does really bitchin' epic music. Like, I talked about him, several times before. And, like I said, I love his work. I just absolutely love it. It's always so intense and love it. He incorporates vocals into his shit and, EDM motifs and stuff. It's like, oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, actually, I have heard that. Ruskoja. Energia. You see, when people, show me that, I always show them, let me see here. I can find it real quick. I always show them this. I'm posting in general. The music has nothing to do with actual Russia, but it has Putin in it, and that makes me laugh. But Solano Hiroyuki has done the OSTs to a lot of animes. The first one I remember hearing him do was Guilty Crown, which was kind of hit or miss with a lot of people. But he's also done the OST for Seven Deadly Sins, Blue Exorcist, I'll Know a Zero, Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress. What else has he? Shit, I'm curious now. I know he did one of the Gundams. I can't remember the name. Let's see, I'm gonna actually pull up all his works because he is a fucking amazing. Alright, let's see here. Here we go. Guilty Crown, Blue Exorcist, Attack. Oh, he did, and he doesn't. That's what probably everyone knows him. He's the one who does the Attack on Titan OST. I don't actually watch Attack on Titan, so I'm like, Oh, Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn, Re 0096. Oh yeah, also did Recreators, Zodiac War, Legend of the Galactic Heroes, Mobile Suit Gundam Narrative, Promare. Woo! I'm excited for that. And also a few games. Thoughts on Jam Project? I liked their fucking, heck. I liked their, One Punch Man Season 1 opening. I really did. Everything kind of after that, I'm kind of like, I'm not gonna say it's bad, but it's not my cup of tea. Yeah, as I said, again, this is just Lucky's taste. If you think they're fucking the shit, then they're the shit. That's just your opinion, though. Alright, I'm gonna take a drink here real quick. I am drinking cranberry mixed with Monster, because I wanted red Monster for some odd reason. It had nothing to do with an Infinity Monster post at all. Nope. But that's Lucky's music taste in a long and convoluted way. Jeez, we're only a half hour in, but, Let's get on to our second question from Max. Please forgive me if I butcher this. Dull. Duel? Max Duel. I'm gonna say Duel. Duel. Please don't, am I saying it right? I don't know. So, Max Duel, here's something to just help you random on. What were some of your favorite games? You can divide it up into genres like favorite RPGs, puzzles, etc. Also, what were some of your favorite experiences in those games? An example for me is I like to play Tales of Berseria and just grind out gear as I experiment with new combos and chains. Oh, it is like Duel. Okay, cool. Awesome. I can name. So, Lucky has been playing games for almost 25 years. And I've had a lot of experiences with that. And unfortunately, because Lucky's memory is shit, I can't like fully draw back on all 25 years of gaming experience sometimes, especially when I'm sticking out things that are memorable. I think best I can go back to is like PS2 era, honestly. But I think if we're gonna go, I'm gonna go with like my oldest, most memorable gaming experience. Okay, so everyone knows Final Fantasy. Most people probably played a Final Fantasy. Everyone has different thoughts about Final Fantasy. My first Final Fantasy game was on the Super Nintendo. It was Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. A lot of people don't like that game. I love that game. I thought it was amazing. I beat it multiple times. Why? Because that was the very first game I ever beat. And that's always, it was the game that let me feel a sense of accomplishment from actually, like, you know, clearing something through. Because I was young. I think I was only like 6, 7, 8 at the time. I was a young kid. I was like, half the time I was running around, half the time I was like reading a book, half the time I was getting in trouble, and half the time I was playing video games. Yes, that's 200%. I was 200% as a kid. Get used to it. But I didn't have like a lot of games. Like I had Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, I had Tasmania, Mega Man X, and I started collecting more, but I can't remember them off the top. I can't remember them. But I think I had like a racing game and like maybe a fighting game. I don't know. What are Lucky's favorite off-brand games? Artemis, what do you mean by off-brand? I'm trying to understand what that means. But like that was the first Final. You know, wink, wink. That makes me think of lewd games, and I'm like, I don't know if I should be saying that on a public podcast. Well, I won't say it's my favorite game or my favorite lewd game because, like, I have cried at erotic visual novels because the story was just that damn good. But if there's a game that I think really well of and I actually really fucking enjoyed playing, it would be Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball 2 for the Xbox 360. I played a fuck ton of that. Next up on Studio Mega, Lucky After Dark. Oh boy. Oh my. But, like, I originally got it because I was all like, jiggling boobies. And realized it was, you know, just kind of a solid, you know, relaxed game. Like, I'm tired. I don't want to do a lot. I'm going to pop in DOA Extreme 2, and I'm just going to go jet ski around an island. I'm going to go jump on bubbles. I'm going to go volleyballing. I'm going to go right down a water slide. And then, you know what? I'll maybe go chill with some volleyball. The only thing I didn't like about fucking Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball 2 is I had no idea how to make the girls happy. I was just all like, apparently I don't know how to female at all. But I still had fun with it. And I think that was like one of the most important things I realized playing that is, it's like, yeah, this game might be lewd and stuff, but like that wasn't entirely the point. I just enjoyed playing it. And it was one of those things I realized, it's like, yeah, lewd games can be like fun and enjoyable too. It's just not all titties and ass. But if it has titties and ass, that's good. And thus the road was paved for Lucky the Lewd, unashamed in his interest and vocal about them. Let's see. If we're gonna talk about let's talk about third-person shooter games real quick. So, Resident Evil 4 is gonna have a place near and dear to my heart, forever. One, it was the game that got me over my fear of zombies. Before Resident Evil 4, I could not play a single scary game to save my fucking life. I tried playing Resident Evil 2 before that. I started bawling. Not bawling out of emotional, like, oh my god, this is so good. Like, no, oh my god, there's fucking zombies and they're trying to kill me, bawling. Resident Evil Fear. Oh god, that sounds terrifying. Resident Evil 4 for the GameCube was the first game that I was able to, be attacked by things like ugly, scary things, trying to literally chainsaw or bite my head off. And I was able to get through it. Because Leon Kennedy is a super likable character. You don't start off in the middle of fucking darkness. And things start off slow and the tension ramps up. It eased me into it. So I'm at the end of the game fighting super soldier zombies, soldiers. Things are creeping around the corner. There's regenerators. I'm just oh god. I remember the time I actually screamed one part in the third act when a guy jumps out burning on fire in the furnace. It's just oh god. But you know what? I was able to keep playing. Not to mention that Resident Evil 4 was a game that really pioneered the over-the-shoulder camera and mechanics. Like, I'm pretty sure there was a couple of them that did it prior to that, but Resident Evil 4 will probably always be trademarked as the big one. But if we're going to talk about, like, unfortunately for that, Resident Evil 5, while I did play, and I fairly enjoyed, was a bit too campy to actually register on any real likes. I mean, who doesn't remember fucking Chris Redfield punching a fucking boulder? Fucking biceps bigger than his head. It's like, whoa, sir. Calm down on those fucking steroids and protein. But let's see here. If we're gonna move to the PS3 era of games, there's actually a series that. Well, actually, no. We can still back to PS2. PS2, my absolute fucking favorite game series, the one that I bought basically every single one as soon as I come, was the Jak and Daxter series. So Jak and Daxter, Jak 2, Jak 3, and Jak X Combat Racing. We don't talk about the other one because I heard it was weird and it was not that great. I love those games. I loved Jak. I loved Daxter. I fucking loved, like, being Dark Jak. I loved being Light Jak. I loved, flying around, getting into cars. I found it hilarious, like, in Jak and Daxter Holmes, oh, look, it's just platforming and shit. Whoop-de-doop-de-doo. Jak 2, Jak's got a gun! Oh, shit! And then Jak 3, Jak's got a fuck ton of guns! Honestly, I feel that Jak and Daxter took inspiration from Ratchet and Clank and just a fuck ton of gadgets and gizmos they had, because they definitely wrapped up the amount of gun you had in there. And because Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter were definitely had a thing going on between them. I would say a bit of a friendly rivalry. Sly Cooper's in there too, but I never played Sly Cooper. I kind of feel like I maybe missed out on that. I know there's a collection out there. So
well, there's
there's
another game we're going to play more together, because I own that collection and Sly 4, and I really liked Sly as a kid. I never really got into Ratchet and Clank. I was Jak and Daxter and Sly Cooper.
Yeah, those games. I played Ratchet and Clank, the remastered one, for because it was free on PlayStation Plus, and eventually they made a fucking movie out of it. What? And I enjoyed it, but nothing's gonna top Jak and Daxter in those formative years. But going on to PlayStation 3, one of the very first games I ever got for the PS3, I think it was the first game I got for the PS3, was Uncharted. That was probably the best purchase I have ever made on that PS3. Probably besides Metal Gear Solid 4, but I have issues with Metal Gear Solid 4's and its 2-hour loading times, okay? Uncharted introduced me to Nathan Drake. Omega says, hey, they patched that. They didn't patch that on release day, I'll tell you that fucking much. Be like 21-year-old me, sit in the living room, watch Snake smoke for 2 hours. Yes, Lucky is a huge Naughty Dog fan. Because I had heard that the person who had been making Jak and Daxter made this new game, Uncharted. It was a big departure from what they were, but oh my god, was it amazing. It introduced me to Nathan Drake. Basically, I think probably one of the best video game characters to date. He's literally your, I won't say Gary Stu character, but he is a man who runs away from a lot of exploding shit. He's a man of action and discovery and a little bit of darkness. And he got a strong judge light and he got that constant 5 o'clock shadow. I fucking loved him. Just him running around, shooting at people, yelling quips at the enemy. It's like, oh god, what was one of the, I can't remember some of the quips, but oh my god, like, he always had something snarky to say, and I fucking love that. They kept that kind of energy all the way through Uncharted 4. Like, I have played all 4 of them. I love them. I have the Uncharted collection for the PS4 and Uncharted 4. And as I said, I have told Omega, when we consolidate and we start, like, doing couch co-ops and, and all that stuff, we're going, like, that's one of the games I'm gonna have him play while I, like, sit on, like, in the passenger seat. Because it is an adventure from beginning to end, and Drake just does crazier and crazier shit every fucking game. Like, and the first one, he really doesn't, he blows up a lot of stuff by, like, he crashes an airplane, he, like, downs a fucking, like, helicopter. But in the second one, he, like, crashes an entire fucking train. Third one, he's sinking ships and, dropping like cargo planes. Fourth one, I don't know what he blew up. I can't remember what he blew up. I knew he burnt down a pirate ship though. Holy shit.
I think there were some cathedrals and some ships and a clock tower.
Oh yeah, and
Smash
the third
lots
one,
of
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, there was a Nathan Drake, Master of Destruction, and witty one-liners. As I said, like, I've always loved the writing and the mechanics and stuff. And so I was very excited when Last of Us came out, which was a much more focused and tight story, I want to say. Instead of focusing on all this, like, sweeping, majestic vistas and a grand adventure, they basically narrowed down the focus to two characters and just the personal journey between the two of them. So I'm super hyped for Last of Us 2. Let's see here. We're going to talk RPGs, though. Oh, man. I don't know. Like, I like RPGs. I really do like RPGs. I played a fuck ton of Final Fantasy. I haven't beat a lot of Final Fantasy, though. Heck. Let's see here. What Final Fantasies have I beaten? I've beaten Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, Final Fantasy Legends 2. Let's see here. Final Fantasy 10, 10-2, 13, 15. I have not played Octopath Traveler. It's on my wish list. Like, I want to play it. I really do. Those are the Final Fantasy I've beat. I've probably beaten more of the Tales series, I think. Let me see here. Tales of Symphonia, I beat. Let's see here. Which ones else did I beat? I don't remember. God, that means I have to remember their fucking names. I don't know if I can do that. The Tales games has some fucking weird-ass names. I swear to fucking God. Hang on, let me put up a list here real quick. Alrighty. Where the fuck is that? That is not a list. I just need a list. Let's see here. Alright, Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Legendia, Tales of the Abyss, Tales of Vesperia, Tales of Graces, and Tales of Berseria. Actually, I think it's like, I'm like one for one, like one there. I think it's like 6 and 6. And I loved all of them. Mostly because Tales series has this great mechanic where you basically collect like a resource throughout the game. Like in Symphonia, it was called Grade. And a few of them it was called Grade. And at the end of the game, you can spell that grade for a new game plus and retain your levels and stuff and like modify the game and keep going. Really added to the replay value. I really do want to get Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition for the PS4 though, so I can play it again. God, that was so good. It's always called Grade? I feel like that's not always the case, but I could be wrong. Yeah. Unfortunately, I wish Tales got more of a following here in the West. Apparently, it's not as big. Let's see. I'm also a big fan of the Star Ocean series. Like, I never played the first one, but I did play Second Story. I did play Till the End of Time. I did play. Technically, I am. I say this in quotes. Am playing. Faithlessness and Integrity. I think that's what it's called. No. What was the fourth one called? Fuck. A New Hope? That's what it was. And I haven't beat that one because I'm having some fucking, God damn it. Now that you say that, I'm like, wait, that can't be right. Hang on. Let me Google. No, The Last Hope. That's what it was. I haven't beat that one because I'm having some issues with, how the game is playing yet. I'm just all like, do I even want to? Then I did beat Faithlessness and Integrity. I thought that one was really good. That was a real good story. So, that's another franchise I hope keeps going on. Some people are kind of iffy about it, but, like, how many actual space RPGs, like, are there out there? Like, let me specify that. Japanese space. Yeah. So, it's like, I keep hoping that, it does well enough that more people will, like, make more. It doesn't have to be Star Ocean, just give me more space-based JRPGs. Like, this ain't to say that I don't like Western RPGs, but you'll definitely know that there is a distinct design difference between JRPGs and Western RPGs. Like, Western RPGs are generally like, Skyrim, Fallout, Wasteland, and that's okay. I dig that. Like, I'm super fucking stoked for the Outer Worlds. I don't care that it's like, actually, is it coming out for console and the Epic Game Store? Because I know I made that mistake with Borderlands 3. Let's see, Outer Worlds. Let me double check. Oh yeah, let's see here. Yeah, Windows, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. I don't know. Maybe I'll get that on console. I don't know. Because, as I said, like, I'm excited for that. It just looks fun. Like, running around in first person, like, wielding your weapons in your hand, leveling up. Like, I enjoy that. Like me, like many other people have put an ungodly amount of hours into fucking Skyrims with mods and whatnot. So, I'm pretty sure people are gonna mod the fuck out of the Outer Worlds too, so I'm just all like, Oh, do I want to get that on PC or not?
Lucky, we get mods on consoles now. I don't know if you've heard this.
I know I've heard this, but you see, like, here's the thing. Like, we actually had the Artemis. I'll get the Phantasy Star in a second. Here's the thing. I believe that mods will always be like much more easy to deal with on PC than it will be on console.
Well, almost assuredly, because as a PS4 player, I have played Skyrim with mods. I've bought Skyrim twice.
Mm-hmm.
He says tentatively, not sure. May have been more. But the thing is, at least especially with PlayStation, we've talked about this before. Sony's very hands-on, very hands-on.
Yeah, no.
So they're a lot more specific about it. So obviously, if you want the most freedom, you want to go with PC, which also basically extends to Xbox at this point.
As I said, but that means I have to either get. I think it's gonna be. I don't know if it's a delay. I think it is gonna be like maybe exclusively Epic's Game Store. So I'm like, I don't know, because that's definitely the fun I have with like Western RPGs is modding the fuck out of them. Like I did that with Fallout New Vegas. I did that with Skyrim. I did that with like Starbound and not Stardew Valley yet. So I really enjoy that because I find a real game. All right, I'm gonna play this game on its vanilla settings. I'm gonna do everything I need to do, and now I'm gonna go back and completely fuck it over with mods. All right, I'm gonna give everyone anime faces. The girls are gonna be ridiculously proportioned so that they are tits and ass for days. Everyone's gonna be shiny, and I'm gonna turn this fucking sword into a giant dildo. Let's go.
Or you could just play Saints Row, and
I do play Saints Row, and and here's the thing.
That's a sad thing that series probably isn't ever coming back. That hurts.
Yeah,
I got it at 3. So.
Yeah, same. 3 and 4 are amazing. I don't know why the fuck that. Like, I think it was Activision. I don't know. They tried to ages made.
Well, the publisher Deep Silver died. They're Pandemic, who I believe Pandemic was responsible for Destroy All Humans, which is a series I loved that died.
Pandemic game. Wait, no, that's a Pandemic, not any Pandemic games. Excuse me.
Or was it THQ?
God damn it! Now it's a Pandemic board game. Well, fuck you. Apparently, you don't want me to look up this game studio.
Well, they're dead, Lucky. They're fucking dead.
But I'm just using those examples. Actually, when I modded Skyrim, I put in things like Frostfall, like additional armor equipment. Like I made things like I tweaked difficulties. I mean, like Frostfall was like the major one because it put in like temperature, hunger. You need to like wear furs to stay warm. I love that. I made it more survivally. Which I like doing with modding my games because this is another one of the facets of Lucky's love for gaming. I like survival and crafting elements in my game. I really do. It's like one of my favorites. It's like one of the reasons why I liked Conan Exiles, and I wish I had it on fucking PC so it wouldn't have goddamn stability and UI issues. But yeah. So like games where you like have to craft, build, you have to survive, you have to eat. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I'm honest. I've completely I have played Phantasy Star. I do like Phantasy Star. Phantasy Star does not get enough fucking attention because it keeps trying to push Phantasy Star online. They just need to make it. Actually, let me double check on this. Has Phantasy Star came out with anything new? We don't always get. I don't know. Like Phantasy Star. Let's see. Like I played Phantasy Star. What's this Phantasy Star Nova? It's on the Vita. Phantasy Star was actually the first space RPG I played before Star Ocean, but I never beat him because I did own a Sega, but I never owned Phantasy Star, which was a Sega title. It was like the big thing at the time on frickin' Super Nintendo. You have Final Fantasy, and on Sega you have Phantasy Star. Phantasy Star, I hear though, had some fucking feels in it sometimes. Oh god, I don't know if my young heart could have taken it. And Artemis, you also say, have you played Subnautica? Yes, I have. I'm terrified of Subnautica. There are things in the deep that do not want me there.
That's also a future Let's Play, because I, despite my own deep hatred of the ocean, I love the idea of Subnautica, and I've seen lots of people play it, and that has not turned me off from playing it. So at some point we're gonna play Subnautica, and Lucky's gonna be my Subnautica Sherpa.
Mm-hmm. Like I really do like it. I love Subnautica, but I'm like, as I said, Subnautica is that game that very clearly puts you at certain levels depending on what you have. Like you start off in your lifeboat and you have enough to like maybe start, and like in the like And you basically start in the shallows where everything's nice and safe, and you can start gathering stuff. And then, you get enough to like make yourself a couple air tanks, maybe some flippers, and you get yourself the fuck, what is it called? Is it the Sea Glide? It's basically the hand propulsion device that lets you, go real fast.
That is the Sea Glide, correct?
Yeah. So, and you basically, start branching out, but then you start running into things that want to kill you. And this is the one thing I don't like about Subnautica, which I can understand because they don't really negate your sense of agency because there's a lot fucking do, but there's real no way to fucking defend yourself in that game.
That was actually I think a personal statement by the developers. They wanted to make a game where you could beat it without having to have a gun and shoot stuff. They're not necessarily opposed to the idea. They just wanted to do it as kind of a thought experiment.
No. Yeah, no. And as I said, the game doesn't really detract from that. But at the same time, usually your method of dealing with threats is run the fuck away. Luckily, this game is expansive and fucking beautiful, so it's okay. It just really sucks is when you're trying to go deep dive and then fucking something teleports you out of your ship and starts electrocuting you. You're like, fuck. That has happened to me. It is terrifying. But you start running out. You find a couple islands. You start, you scan the fucking building. You start building a base. You're all alone. You're so alone. God, Subnautica is a game that really drove in the sense of loneliness. I built this giant, expansive base, and there's only one bedroom. It's mine. And I made a really nice bedroom. I found, hats and stuff. I decorated. I found the stuffed animals. I put posters up. Hang in there, me. Hang in there. And I'm just so alone! Which kind of pushes you, Subnautica is a game, I think I just said this, is a game that really pushes that aspect. You are literally the only human. It's a human and a very uncaring robotic AI. Holy shit. But, as I said, you start exploring, you try to get rescued. There is actually a proper story in it, which I am really cool for, because the story, isn't forced upon you. You can literally take the story at your own leisure. And it's, as I said, it's a little depressing. At one point in the story, you actually get a signal beacon out to a rescue ship, and they come to pick you up, only they get shot the fuck down. And you're why? I am super, sad right now. I'm just gonna, lay down on my bed and just commiserate the fact that my one chance of rescue just got fucking shot down by a planetary alien laser. Excuse me. And then, but, you keep going and you try to figure out why I got shot down, what's happening, and you undiscover this big old thing that, ends up, I actually didn't really get fully on into it, but there's something else down there with you, and she's a bit fucking curious. Because, as I said, each part of Subnautica has tiers to it, which basically is what access of resources you need to get to the next suit. I had the fucking, what the fuck was it called?
Which one? Remember. The little sub or the big sub?
I was up to the big sub.
I
can't remember.
Is that the Goliath?
I want to say something
like that. It's big. I'm just thinking of Markiplier's playthrough. It's Big Box Berry.
But, I was up to that. I had the mucking Cyclops. Yes, you're right. It's the Cyclops. But I'd be in that. I'd be all doop 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 doop. But, I can't get it into the thing, into the crevices and stuff, so I can discover deeper. So I'd be in my fucking sea moth and be herper derper derper derp, and then a fucking giant Leviathan just grabs me and just shakes me around, and I'm like, ah! Subnautica makes me scream. I'm not against playing it, but just once in a while, I'm just I know there's some fucking Leviathans out there that are gonna fuck me up. I don't want to be fucked up.
Yeah, Subnautica's got a really good natural game design element in that it's underwater and the depth stratification actually limits you, right? So
mm-hmm.
You start at your surface level, whatever you need, oxygen, you're fine. You want to go deeper, you need more oxygen. I want to explore all these active lava tubes and stuff. Well, you need thermal protection and all that kind of stuff. I want to go to the irradiated area. I need radiation protection. It's got a really good game design for that.
Mm-hmm. Fun fact, Artemis, I was going to do a Let's Play with Solano Hiroyuki, but my PC can't handle it. I tried. My frame rate just fucking dies.
We have that
when
problem
I try
occasionally.
when I try to run OBS. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have the $600 to upgrade my computer fully, so that's why I'm trying to work on this other option. It just needs a new MOBO. Actually, I think to upgrade my current computer would be more than that. Yeah, well, maybe. If I upgrade the RAM, Bobo, CPU, and graphics. Nah, that's like a grand. Yeah, I don't got a grand.
Card, I'm sure there is a Thomas the Tank Engine mod for Subnautica.
There probably is. But as again, if you haven't tried Subnautica, I highly recommend it. It's really fun. And enjoy it. Just enjoy life under the sea. Because, like, if you're like me, like, the point of Subnautica is you're supposed to fucking build bases at, like, certain tiers. So you know, just, like, go. It's like, nah, I just had one base. I liked my one base. It was scenic. I was growing seaweed and shit. Fun. I don't know if I can grow seaweed at the fucking lava bed. Let's see here. What other games do I like? Oh. So, for a long time, I really liked Minecraft. Then I switched, I hooked up with these nerds, and we started playing fucking Terraria together. Really like that. I really like that. I really like those kind of games. Like, you know, alright, like, as I said, you know, I'm just gonna survive, craft things, and build, and just, you know, just build things, fight bosses, get sweet loot. But there's an other side of that I really, really fucking enjoy. Ever since the fucking Super Nintendo, I have fucking loved Harvest Moon. Oh my god, I love Harvest Moon. It's my wish fulfillment for that fucking country farmer's life. Like, Lucky might seem like a fucking nerd who just wants to stay in the fucking city. No. Lucky wants just to have high-speed, internet and a fucking, road that delivery trucks can get to. And I would live in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like, that's the kind of life I want. I just want a giant-ass farm with fields and animals, and I have to take care of them, and, you know, I enjoy that. I enjoy doing that. My ex-girlfriend lived on the farm, and I would, like, spend, like, half the day helping her out with shit, and I loved it. Also, but... I'm sorry, now I'm thinking about the time I got headbutted by a fucking bull. That's a good time. I got headbutted by the bull, and he liked me. Yeah, so... Basically... My ex-girlfriend, she's still a good friend. Actually, I shouldn't call her my ex-girlfriend. I'm just gonna call her my friend. My friend, she lives on a farm. They care of cows and stuff. They breed cows and, you know, stuff, and, you know, milks and stuff, and milk them and stuff. So, you know, they have cows for selling and then cows for dairy. So that means they breed them, which means they keep a bull. They keep a bull on there. Now, Shoots the bull was a very nice bull as far as bulls are concerned, because let me tell you, some bulls can get real fucking angry. Real fucking angry. But Shoots wasn't like that. He was a bit playful and a bit rambunctious, but, you know, he wasn't gonna, like, fuck your day up just because you looked at him wrong. He liked to come up to the fence and he'd like, hey, scratch my head. And you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna scratch your head. That kind of changes when you get in the pen with him. So, basically, I had to go into the pen, his field. The field, it's pretty big, and I can't remember why. I can't remember why I had to get in there. I just had to get in there for some reason. Maybe I had to, like... It was probably because he flipped over his fucking water trough again and I needed to right it. Because he liked doing that, the jackass. But I go in, and Shoots is all like, hey, what you doing in here? And I do the thing where I basically square off with him. Because cows and bulls, they like to make shows of aggression and force. But usually if you stand your ground and, you know, don't, you know, like, cave to them, you know, it'll just be that, a show of force. And so Shoots was doing his posturing, I did my posturing. But apparently this was the one time that he wasn't gonna do, like, just end with fucking posturing. He didn't exactly charge at me. But he definitely, like, came up to me. He's like, hey, what you doing? What you doing? I'm all like, nothing, what you doing? And he fairly firmly and directly headbutted me in the gut. Luckily, bulls, he got dehorned. He didn't have any horns. And so, I don't know, like, how bad it would have been if he won. But he did a solid just, right into my gut. And I went down. You do not just, like, walk, like, you just not stand and take a fucking, like, several 100-pound, like, bull to the chest and just walk and just, like, you know, keep standing. Shoots seemed super pleased with himself at that point. But after that, it was business as usual. I got up. Luckily I didn't land any cow shit. And right at his trough. And filled it up again. And Shoots was all like, ha 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 ha. I win. That you did, Shoots. That you did. Man, another time I remember working on that farm, we were giving calves their shots. And one tried to escape, like literally climbed like underneath the fence again. I had to jump the fence and grab onto it. But even like small calves, they can get up and go. That calf dragged me through like 50 feet of like mud and shit before I was able to get it down to the ground. That was a very dirty day. But you know what? I enjoy those days. It's fun. I like working with animals. I like working on farms. This is completely tangent off of me talking about Stardew Valley and why I like it, and Harvest Moon. So Harvest Moon lets me do that kind of wish fulfillment of that farm and country life. So I played a fuck ton of Harvest Moon growing up, like Harvest Moon on the Super Nintendo. I never played Harvest Moon 64, but I played the 2 on I played the 2 on the PS2. What was it? Back to Nature and Save the Homeland, I think it was. I played a few on the GameCube. I played one on the It's a Wonderful Life. I played that on the GameCube. I played a couple on the 3DS, but I don't know. Harvest Moon just been kind of going weird. Rune Factory was something that I really liked, but they really haven't been doing much with it. And then Stardew Valley came out, and it was everything I fucking wanted. Oh my god!
Well, that's because it was made by a single guy who had just about as much of a boner for Harvest Moon as you do. So,
yeah,
that's kind of what he made it for.
Mm-hmm. Artemis, I have played Slime Rancher, but I don't like it as much. I said, like, I don't like... Oh, I might sneeze here.
Everybody get down, he's gonna sneeze! He did it!
There we go.
Good type, by the way.
Thank you. I like it, but it couldn't keep my interest. Like, I felt like I was running around too much just trying to find these ways to get into these extra areas and catch new slimes. It was just the same routine of the same thing. Which, it's kind of funny to say considering I like Harvest Moon, which is also routines. But those routines would change. Like, you'd have to change crops for the season. Like, you would have to interact with villagers. You can get married. It's like, it was just too centered on one mechanic for me to, like, be properly invested on it. It's a super cute game, though. I'm not gonna fault that. It's like, I have, like, I don't know. I think I only have, like, a few hours into it. I can check it. It's on my Steam.
So I think I've figured out a future Let's Play series, Farming with Lucky, where Lucky just plays farming games for, like, probably, like, an hour or two and posts that. And I am dead certain that will get views. Audience, don't you try and tell me you wouldn't watch that.
Actually, I'm curious. Let me pull up my Steam here real quick. Let me pull up my library.
Oh god, he's opening Steam!
Oh no! Everything's gonna die! Let's see here. Stardew Valley. Oh, I don't got that much. I only got 163 hours in Stardew Valley. I have 349 hours in Starbound. I have 530 hours in 530 hours in Terraria.
That's a good answer, Chief.
Actually, I might be able to do that. Artemis says it might be a perfect background for Lucky's live show. I could do that, I guess. Because Stardew Valley ain't super intensive. The only problem is I discovered this playing video games a couple times, is that I'm not the best at focusing my attention back and forth between the two. It might have become because Hyrule Warriors was actually a bit more detail-oriented. So I was kind of messing up my objectives. It's what I like to call Aaron Hansening.
Yeah, I'll say that, also, by the way, we talked about this extensively on the episode of What's Up that just came out today, but, yeah, I'll say this for sure, that, like, there's a whole different level between, oh shit, I need to coordinate my crops, and also, I need to answer this complex question about my musical tastes.
Yeah,
so, because you couldn't remember the name of some of the you liked just on your own without any distraction. You had multitasking on that, then you're like, shit, fuck, hold on, wait, I'm dying.
I'll call it Friday Farm with Lucky. Artemis, I will take that suggestion to heart, actually. And I'll see what I can do.
That's a good one, put that in the hopper. No, if we were going to do Live with Lucky gameplay, we'd probably be streaming my angle as I sit here, say nothing, and shoot zombies in Borderlands right now. Because I am literally, when I'm not inserting, Editor Omega's, fact-checking or whatever, or keeping track with the chat. By the way, don't you worry, Card. I saw your question back up there. I'll ask Lucky it in a second since we've moved past it.
Yeah. No, I still see it. I'm going to get to it in a minute.
Oh, okay, good. Just making sure. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
But I'm totally just
so
playing
I'm
Borderlands and
put a pin in
Lucky.
that. Farming with Lucky. I don't know. Maybe I'll make it a weekly series. I don't know. We'll see. Because I can tell you right now, I can sit down and play fucking Stardew Valley for like 2 hours easy. It's just, can I talk for be entertaining for 2 hours as well? Don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I'm focusing all my attention right now on talking to you guys. So we will see. But Card asked, like, let's see, when did Card ask it? Like 20 minutes ago. Have I played Persona? Yes. So I played 3 Persona games. I played Persona 3, Persona 4, Persona 5. I have beat Persona 3. I don't remember the fucking ending. Thanks, memory. I have not beat Persona 4. God damn it, I should do that one day. And I have beat the fuck out of Persona 5. Like, I beat Persona 5 like 3 times. The first time really doesn't count because I fucking wanted to start my new game plus early. So once I got to the villain's reveal and they offer me the fucking devil's choice, I took it. I got that ending and it started me from the beginning. I'm like, fuck yeah, check out all these fucking sweet stats I got. Then I beat it. Then I beat it again just because I fucking wanted to. So this is why I am super hyped for P5R. I wonder if P5R is going to have like a continuation bonus.
Might. I mean, here's the thing. Persona was a series that it started on PlayStation, I think, and then 3 and 4 were PS2.
1 and 2 were on...
Yeah, 3 and 4 were PS2, and P1, I should say, I believe was it on, because I know they had some that started on the Super Nintendo. Like, we'll look that up. Anyway, my point was that, other than the Vita, like, versions, or the portable versions, there was not really any kind of, like, heavy-duty technical advancement. You know, like, if you do, like, P4 Golden, that's, like, multiple generations on, like, a handheld. There's no way those two databases can communicate. But with Royal, that's going to be PS4 to PS4, so, like, they're not offering it as DLC, though, like we said on that episode, the fact that they seem to be rebuilding the entire, like, combat engine and mechanics, you know, overhauling, like, palace design and stuff, that probably means it's not possible to do that, it's just like a patch. But they should totally be able to read your hard drive and go, oh, you've played all kinds of stuff. In fact, aren't there trophies for completing all your confidants?
Yeah.
If they, hey, Persona, that'd be real great if you'd let me keep those bonuses by checking my trophy data, please.
Yeah. But, I checked it real quick. The first Persona was Revelations Persona, which came out in 1996 for the PlayStation. So it's been a PlayStation Up series. So 1 and 2 were on the PlayStation, 3 and 4 were on the PS2, 5 and 5 are going to be on the PS4. They entirely skipped the 3.
Technically, no. P5 was also available on the PS3. It was the it was the last great hurrah for the PS3, much like P4 was the last great hurrah for the PS2 in terms of RPGs, I think.
Let's see here.
P4 was a very late release on the PlayStation 2.
Favorite starting Persona from 3, 4, and 5?
That's Orpheus, Izanagi, and Arsene, for those of you playing the home game.
Let's see here. I can't remember 3. If I remember correctly, 3 gave you Orpheus, which kind of got ripped open into Thanatos, if I remember correctly. Like in the opening sequence. And I thought Thanatos was like, oh my god, you're badass. But
Thanatos
he really wasn't a
cooler, yes.
starting Persona. 4, honestly, like, my favorite starting Persona was Jiraiya. I thought Jiraiya was badass. I just have this kind of love with ninjas at the time. And for 5, it's gotta be fucking, Disco Ninja Frog. And for 5, I have to say Arsene. Because, I don't know, like, wasn't into Carmen. Captain Kid was kind of too loady for me. I don't know how to explain that. Goemon looks silly, as he should, because he's fucking Goemon. Zoro, bleh. Trying to remember all the studies. The Necronomicon was, it's alien ships and tentacles. It's like, Futaba, what you repressing there, girl? Lady was kind of
I'm pretty sure Futaba doesn't repress anything.
I don't know. But Arsene was all like, yes, look at these fucking hills. Look at that hat. Black fire everywhere. What are those wings? Fire? I don't fucking know. This Persona is fabulous and he knows it. God, Arsene Servant win. Come on, FGO. I mean, you have fucking Holmes and Moriarty. Oh, fun fact. The author of fucking, was it just called Lupin? Arsene Lupin? I can't remember. the guy who created the fucking books that featured the gentleman thief Arsène Lupin wrote a story that had Sherlock Holmes in it, and fucking Sir Arthur Doyle said, "What the fuck are you using my character for? You can't do that. Get thee hence."
And then that's how we got Sherlock Holmes.
Yep.
Also, that's Maurice LeBlanc, by the way. He's the author of the Arsène Lupin series.
That was Maurice LeBlanc. So that's why I'm kind of like, when I think Sherlock Holmes, it's always, I really don't think about Watson much, because, you know, he's the narrator. He's the eyes. He's not so much a thing. I always think Holmes, Moriarty, and Arsène Lupin. Hey, you need a fucking crotch guard, because you never know when some girl's just gonna go right up and kick you right in the fucking nuts. Like Izanagi, like, what was it? Izanami? I can't remember Izanagi's wife's name.
That is correct.
But
Izanami.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let me close all these fucking Wikipedia tabs of things we've been talking about. But I really like the Persona series. Like, it's probably like, I think it is probably my favorite JRPG series right now. Mostly because I don't think I've been playing that many JRPGs recently. Like I said, this is also in part because I'm trying to not to spend fucking money, because I blow too much money on fucking gacha. Good job, me. Pat myself on the back. But, like, because there are games I want to get. Like, I want to get the Caligula Effect, because the remake came out and it's been out for like a few months now. Hecking, Trails of Cold Steel 1 is out. 2 will be coming out this month. I want both of those, because there are people in our chat who be like, oh my god, these games are amazing. I'm like, I want that amazing game. What other JRPGs though am I jonesing to play right now? I don't know. Heck. Let's see here. I do like Dragon Quest, by the way. Like, Dragon Quest is that other big JRPGs franchise that doesn't get as much love here in the West as it does overseas. But I do have Dragon Quest 11, and I do enjoy that. I found it fun. Kingdom Hearts is an experience. How else can I explain that? Like, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 were my fucking youth. Like, holy fucking shit. But after that, the series got weird for me. And 3 just stayed weird, and I don't know how to feel about it. I like it, I don't like it. What the heck? Like, I keep telling people, my favorite fucking part in that damn game is when my controller screams Sora at me. So, meh. But, let's see here. But, if I have to say, was probably my all-time favorite game. This might shock some people, and it might not shock others. I'd have to say Undertale. Undertale was a cult hit, to say the least. It was a simple game. It was a short game. But it hit so many fucking people in the feels. Like, myself included. Like, I didn't spend a lot of fucking time playing Undertale. I think I went through it 3 times. I only did that because this was back when I was really into Game Grumps. They were, Danny and Ross were doing their Steam train, and they were playing it, and they had mentioned that the creator, Toby Fox, had requested that people not watch the Let's Plays, and instead play the game themselves to get the full experience. And I was all like, I can do that. I got it. I played it. First time I beat it, I only got a normal end. I was like, Flowey came at the end, it's like, maybe you should try doing this. I was like, alright, cool, I'll do this. Did it a second time. Got a better end, learning from my mistakes, didn't quite the true end. Third time, I got the true end, and at that moment, when you hug, you know who I'm talking about, I bawled. I fucking cried. Like, I don't know what it is, but doing that journey several times, getting it all together at the end, that was like one of the most liberating, cathartic feelings I had had in my life. The only time I had ever cried that hard at a video game is at the ending to the Moon as the man dies. Like, I'm not gonna expound upon like its like mechanics or games or something, but just for games that hit me the fucking hardest, that was it. And like, that was it. Oh my god. Fucking that final fight where, you know, where your heart would go, but it refused. It's like, oh my god. Like, I can just go on and on about, like, this game and all of its themes and its characters and all that. like everyone, I hope like if you enjoyed like Undertale, you checked out Deltarune. Like I played it and I'm excited to see what comes next for it because Undertale is the game that made me realize you can only play a game. You can only beat a game once, and you should like treasure that. Because that was that moment where I realized that when I am like literally on the floor of I am literally curled up into a ball on my floor, I realized that never again I would have this experience. And I think that made me cry more. I'm not sure. Whew. Well, let's see here. What else about video games? I like shooters, but they're not my main cup of tea. Because a lot of people like to get into shooters for competitive action, and Lucky is not about that competition. Because one, I don't stand to be insulted. I just don't. And two, I don't put in ridiculous amount of hours to quote unquote get good. Like the only times I want to put effort into get good is for games like Bloodborne, and even then I don't put in that much effort. Like you can call me a filthy casual all you want, but that's how Lucky do. Like I enjoy a challenge, but I don't want to have to break my mind and like fingers trying to get the optimal strategy. Like I've talked about length of how I absolutely disdain meta. I don't hate meta. My hate is reviews for very few things. Doki Doki Literature Club, and like it's just ooh. But I do enjoy shooter games. Like when we got the Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I was like, oh, I can play this story now. And I enjoyed it. I fucking enjoyed Modern Warfare 1, the remaster edition. I'm never gonna play it online, ever. But like, you
really don't need to bother that. I'm sure somebody will hit me for this, but remembering from my way back in the days of that the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer was way better.
Yeah. But I enjoy playing if an FPS game has a single player campaign, that's probably what I'm gonna fucking play. Like, Titanfall 2, really like that game. Best Bot, I fucking love him. Such a bro. Fist bump! I love all the Borderlands games. I've beaten all of them now. 1, 2, 3, not 3. 1, 2, the pre-sequel, and Tales. Tales isn't a FPS game, but it's important to the series.
Also, gonna putting this on future Let's Plays. When they do that port, when they put Master Chief Collection on the PC with everything up to Reach, that's going up there, buddy. We're gonna co-op all those games.
That'd be fun.
I fucking love Halo, and the story's
Halo
actually
was one of those games I never got really into because again, a lot of people put fucking focus on the multiplayer. I'm like, how's the story? And they're like, oh, the story's whatever. Have you played the multiplayer? I'm like, no. Then they're like, get out,
Bungie's really good. And 343's got pretty decent stuff, but this is mostly through the Bungie stuff. But like multiplayer is okay-ish from what I understand, and like a lot of people will say that like different games had the different peak multiplayers. I didn't have a chance to get them, but I played through them on the Xbox originally, and then also have them on PC 1 and 2, and like the story's actually pretty decent, and you'll see a lot of like. You can see a lot of, like, solid pop culture identifications, like, Master Chief really established a lot of things for, like, how you run stuff, and Halo's actually written super, super well. Love the novels, too, but that's a future plot point is we'll definitely give those games a crack, because you can play all of them, like, two-man co-op through all the stories and stuff.
I don't know. I like co-op. I always hate split screen. I'm like, no, you're reducing my field of vision. Stop that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll got something. Figure it.
We can do it over LAN.
The what?
I said we can do it over LAN.
But, let's see here. I'm gonna, like, lean back and look at my fucking games. Oh! How could I fucking miss that one? Fucking Metal Gear. Oh my god. Like, how can I talk about Metal Gear? Oh, God. So, Metal Gear is another game that's near and dear to my heart, but I guess I haven't been thinking about it much because, for one, 5 is, gonna forever be a tragedy. And Survive is that tragedy's unborn child, I guess. Stillborn child, excuse me. I used the wrong term there. It's just like, oh my god, I love Metal Gear so much. Because I started playing Metal Gear on the PlayStation 1. I didn't beat it until the GameCube when they came out with the remake Twin Snakes. My God, that was an amazing experience. But I did play Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. And I was all like, who the fuck is this platinum-haired skinny scrub? Yeah, I see you doing cartwheels with your junk covered. How do you do that? Too athletic for me. Too athletic. But man, like I've always been like full camp Metal Gear Solid. Like I was like, people are like, oh, Splinter Cell. I was like, get that shit away from me. Just sneaking and like the guns and the story. Oh my God, the story. It's completely incomprehensible now, but back in the day when you only had 1 and 2, you're like, 1. Oh, okay, I see. Metal Gear. You just have to say it like as edgy as possible.
No, listen, every time somebody says something to you, you respond back to them exactly with what they said as a question.
Yeah.
Hi,
yeah, Metal Gear. Metal Gear.
Colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
But I fucking loved it. Like meeting Otacon and like pissing himself in the closet. And like the moment when like Sniper Wolf shoots Meryl like on the minefield, and you're just like, what do I do? Like running.
You've got to go back like 2 buildings, Snake, and get a fucking gun. God damn it, Colonel.
Like the fact that you had like, there's a very like, damn it, Kojima, why did you think, all right, so that the Snake will know which character is Meryl, we're gonna have a really close shot up on her ass and how it just sways back and forth.
Listen, there were limited polygons in the PS1 era, okay? They tried their best. That's why Snake uses a FAMAS and a Mark 23, because they were very boxy guns. Very easy to animate, so it's like, she has a distinctive walk cycle. How the hell do we communicate this to people? I know, zoom in.
Yeah. Yeah, but how do you explain that if you chase her fast enough, you catch her mid-changing and she just spends that scene in her fucking underwear? Kojima, you perv.
Kojima knows what he likes. Also, he understands what his audience is and that to sell figurines.
But
listen, Quiet breathes through her skin because we want cute cosplayers and we want to fucking sell Figma. And it worked. Not that it's any more bullshit than whatever the fuck was going on with Volgin. Why does he shoot lightning? It's been years, decades. I still don't know. He's just really angry and Russian, I guess.
Well, they kind of established that, like, here's the weird thing about the Metal Gear universe. They kind of established that there's something going the fuck on that's not entirely human.
Oh, yeah. Like, well, they established that, like, not quite magical realism, but somewhere in that viewpoint where, like, it's a perfectly normal, tactical, fucking action movie. Oh, except for some reason there's a fucking psychic here with, like, PK, and that's just something you need to accept. You just need to accept that you're in a universe with psychic powers. And then you're just like, okay, I guess we're just in a universe with psychic powers.
We don't know, but goddamn no! Why bees? Why can't that man make a convincing fucking ocelot sound? Stop that! Sir!
Better question. How could he play Russian roulette so well?
But, like, playing through 1, I was like, oh my God, this is like so much. And then, you're just on top of the fucking... Like, as final fights go, that was amazing. You're literally on top of the burning Metal Gear Rex. Like, you're just going liquid, Snake, liquid, and you just literally duke it out. You were both shirtless for some odd fucking reason.
He took off your armor. It's got to be even Stevens, bro. Bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh.
And you duke it fucking out. Like
Metal Gear's always been really good at those final confrontations.
Like, dude, no. Let me tell you, Metal Gear Solid 4. Like, I was happy. I was like, all right, everything's done. I'm cool. I'm good. All right. Like, we went back. Like, I didn't beat Metal Gear 1 and 2. Like, I played Metal Gear 1, but I got lost.
Okay, clarification. You when you say Metal Gear 1, you mean the original on NES and MXX?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's something sometimes some people forget about that. No, they were on the was it MSX first with an NES port. And the reason why it's a stealth game is because Kojima tried to put enemies in, but you could only probat so many. So it's like, okay, the console will crash if we load too many dudes, so your job is not to be seen.
Mm-hmm. And it was great. It worked. Awesome. But, as I said, I didn't beat those games. I kind of know what happens in them. Especially 1, because I got that far. But 2, I have no idea what the fuck happens. So, my start was basically, Metal Gear Solid. And so the fact that you end, fighting atop of a giant thing, like a giant bipodal robot that can shoot fucking traceless nukes, with this dude has been hounding you this entire fucking time, killed your fucking mentor, like Rip Kaz, like entirely. It's all like, man, I'm not gonna really care about you, but I am in about like 20 fucking years when 5 comes out. Play me like a fucking fiddle.
They played us like a goddamn fiddle.
Yeah. And then we fast forward 2 games. Well, actually, I should say 4 games. Because Acid 1 and 2 were a thing, and I played those too. I fucking loved them. Some people didn't. I was all like, this is quirky and fun.
Oh, this reminds me the other day that apparently that some people have found some evidence that there was going to be a Metal Gear Solid trading card game, and that fell through, and they decided to use that as the basis for Acid.
I'm okay
they were
with
going to make physical cards, and then they were like, this is never going to work. It's going to be too expensive. We're going to make it a fucking game instead.
Like I said, I liked Acid. I played both of them. The stories were kind of fucking weird, but I like the mechanics. It's all like, yeah, let me just, cycle through my cards and stuff. Like, woohoo! It was all tactical and shit. But 3 was just a good goddamn time. Snake Eater! God, it was so James Bond. It was so great. But then we get to 4, and 4 is just a goddamn emotional roller coaster the entire way through. Snake is old, he's going through some shit. There's a child that you rescued because shit that happened in 2. Like,
I feel like with every Metal Gear game, you can really feel how much Kojima really wants to end this fucking series, and then he just doesn't.
Well, honestly, I didn't feel that with 2. Like 2, I was like,
well,
no,
maybe 2 you can kind of get the impression that the fight's still ongoing, but like 3 is like, okay, here's the whole story. Here's why Big Boss is a thing now. And you're like,
no,
okay.
no. Like, no, 3 was because then they established the Patriots and then like all that shit. And
right,
then they go into 4. 4
I
is
feel
what I feel
like with 3, it's like, wow, you really could have stopped there. And then, no, fuck you, Peace Walker. And then, oh, also no, double fuck you, 5.
Yeah, no, like 4, I think it could have ended there and been alright. Because 4 is fucking spectacularly.
And,
oh my god.
And 4 is other than because of how Revenge and Discovery worked, 4 is the chronological end to Snake. You don't talk about Snake anymore. You don't see Snake. He's,
He's done. He's done, and that's good.
Like, that's the end of the saga, and it's a very good, meaningful end. It's one of the, really dramatic scenes after both before and after the credits. And also, I feel like
basically Metal Gear Solid 4.
This is the only time. 4's the only time a Metal Gear ends where there's not a phone call, right? Like that's the ultimate signifier that it's done. There's no like.
I think there is a phone call, but I think it was.
Who is it?
It was.
I'm trying to remember now. It's been a long time since I beat that game.
It was, but it wasn't like it didn't like hint at anything. It was just like something else that wrapped up something.
Okay, so you go to fucking Meryl and Johnny's wedding. By the way, we're spoiling the end of Metal Gear Solid 4. There's the fucking graveyard. Snake looks like he's gonna put the gun in his mouth and pull the trigger, and that's where the credits roll. And then the post-credits scene where they're like, voice credit, Big Boss, played by, and you're like, what? And then that's the...
Oh, is that the post scene? All right, whatever.
That's the post-credit scene. Is you meet Big Boss and Major Zero in the fucking graveyard, and you solve that problem, then it's like, okay, it's finally over. I think at some point, Sunny makes eggs that work. They're okay. They're not evil divination eggs, because that's her thing, is she predicts the future by how the eggs turn out.
Mm-hmm. But
here's the other problem with Metal Gear Solid 4. It ends like 5 times. It's like Lord of the Rings. But to be fair, Kojima had a lot to get out of the way.
Okay, I'll make it shut up. So, what I've been trying to get to is Metal Gear Solid 4 ends the same way that Metal Gear Solid 1 did. Metal Gear Solid 4 actually takes you back to Shadow Moses. And I'm not gonna lie, I fucking teared up. Like, you can literally go through like a majority of fucking Shadow Moses. You don't got like 100% of it, but there's a lot of places. And they actually go to a point where you can actually have flashbacks from the first game. And it's just like, oh my god. There's actually a great codex call with fucking Otacom as you see the wreckage of a fucking tank in that snowfield. as Otacon says, like, I actually asked, like, a U.S. Army member if you can fucking, like, how do you fight a fucking take on foot? And he just said, don't. So the fact that you did this by throwing fucking grenades into the cockpit, Snake, you're the shit! It's just like, all these moments. You know, you go through, you come upon the wreckage of fucking Metal Gear Rex, and then you fucking hotwire it, and you get to pilot Rex. Like, oh my god. That was like a nerd's fucking wet dream. Holy fucking shit. You basically have to pull a giant-ass escape in this giant lumbering mechs and get outside, and you fucking fight a Ray from Metal Gear Solid 2. You have a fucking mecha battle in your Metal Gears, and I'm just like, I can't fucking handle this.
Which I think is the only time that's ever actually happened. Usually Snake, also, and or Big Boss, is like, oh, I'm on foot, I gotta fight a Metal Gear.
Yeah.
The end of Act 4 and 4 is, no, now you have a Metal Gear, and must fight a Metal Gear.
It's like, honestly, it's the feeling of, like, my enemy has become my friend. Like, all this time, like, I've been trying to stop Metal Gear, and for the first time in my life, I can honestly say this one is on my side. And even though you basically using a machine that is, like, I don't know, I think it's like 10 years? It's been 10 years since the events of Shadow? 10 to 15 years? And this other thing is, like, cutting-edge tech. You fucking trash that thing. And Metal Gear is all like, I'm gonna rule because I am a fucking animal mech, I guess?
Well, Otacon built it, so he's a giant nerd.
He is a giant nerd. And,
I'm also pretty sure why Rex can kind of beat Ray is because, like, while the Ray is supposed to be the anti-Metal Gear, it's like, you know,
it's also been streamlined for, like, mass production.
Yeah, Liquid's using a mass production model with, you know, no, like, or, like, minimal AI assistance or something. You're like, hey, you know, this is the cutting edge prototype that Otacon built, and he's got, like, running parallel processing in the back to give you AI assisted shit.
It's like, it's amazing. And of course, you go into the fucking final scene. You do everything. You crawl. I have never had a more intense button mashing sequence than crawling through that fucking laser space.
Yeah, the microwave hallway is just. Kojima has a great choice for picking one-woman whales, because that's a motif a couple of times, especially in 4, and it works every time. The dude knows how to do the whole cinematographic experience, like from visuals to sound.
Yeah, like at one point, like you're just mashing the button, you're crawling, and you start seeing like everyone fighting. You're like, no, I have to keep going, or they're gonna fucking die. And then you make it. Then you pass out. And then suddenly, you're on top of a giant thing. There's Liquid Snake. Well, guess what you fucking do? Shirts comes off. You start fighting each other. And it's all like, and this is the thing I fucking loved about it the most, is that basically, it starts as NG, like, I mean, as a, God, I can't think of the fucking term now. As a fucking cinematic in-game, as you start fighting each other. But then as Snake and the Liquid basically fall to their fucking knees, and their fucking nanomachines, like, fall to the beside of them, instead of fucking using them on themselves, they fucking use them on each other. And you're just all like, and then as they push the button, your health bars appear. I'm just all like, oh shit!
And then it's like, got 4 phases, each is an homage to a different game.
Yeah, like, that's why I honestly felt like at the end of this was it. This was the fucking end. You have gone through everything, like, you have, like, gone through, like, all the events have led up to this fucking point. And it was done. It was great. I loved it. I was like, oh my god.
Ben,
it was so
I feel
good.
like Kojima says he wants to stop making Metal Gears, but also then he keeps making new Metal Gears, right? And, like, they keep filling in more detail.
Yeah, like, 5 was a field train, like, right at the beginning.
Yeah,
like, because unfortunately, I never played Peace Walker.
I did. That was also another of those cases where Kojima, why did you do so much?
Yeah.
It's like, there's a lot of fucking emotional baggage in Peace Walker too, because it's all about Snake's out on his own, trying to deal with the death of the boss. And it basically takes you that whole game to get over it. And then you build a Metal Gear, and then your save background turns red, and it's like, oh shit, I'm Big Boss now. I'm not Snake anymore. I'm Big Boss. I'm a bad guy. Whoops.
But actually, I do have the fucking. I think I still do. Yeah, I still have the fucking action. I should put in fucking not Portable Ops. I never played Portable Ops or Portable Ops Plus though. I will say that. I should play Peace Walker. But yeah, 5 is a good game until like, what was it, like the third act, fourth act? Until it basically runs into an
the third act
game.
where it doesn't exist.
Yeah. Like, I enjoyed it. Like, I was having fun with it. But at the same time, didn't quite have the emotional impact that I liked it to. Like, the fucking scenes where you have to go find, like, the old soldiers and you find... I can't remember her fucking... She's saying nuclear deterrence. What's her fucking name? I don't know. But, where she's, like, in the hospital bed and you find out at the end it's like, she really wasn't there. Huh?
You're talking about Paz.
Yeah, Paz.
Yeah,
because, like, they had hit, like, an extra bomb and shit, and you're just like, oh god, why? That was emotional for me, but, like, and I liked Quiet. Like, I actually liked Quiet for, like, actually non-lewd reasons, especially as you figure out more of her story. But I will always appreciate the lewds. Thank you for, like, thrusting your butt into my face, Quiet. That was good. And taking a shower with me. And playing in the rain with me. You're a good waifu. Sniper waifu. But, like, again, like, it was just too open world for me. Like, it's like, this, like, I kind of feel like, as I played Metal Gear Solid 5, you definitely feel like Kojima's just, like, kind of like, with it. It's all like, I'd rather be making movies right now, watching a fuck ton of them. Because, by the way, if you, like, follow, like, Hideo Kojima on fucking Twitter, like, he's either posting pictures with people in the fucking industry, showing that he knows some fucking bitches, or he's posting movies and movie reviews. So,
oh hey,
yeah.
What's this? There's a tweet from Hideo Kojima from 22 minutes ago. It says, "Good morning." It shows that he's listening to music. Let me look at what his tweets are lately. Yeah, it's all retweets about. Well, he's tweeting about a lot of flowers. He must have gone to look at some flowers, but it's all just, hey, look at books and music and movies. And also, people really like Death Stranding. Hey, Lucky, I got some bad news for you, though, by the way. Death Stranding's totally going to be super open world. And it's going to be super bleak and empty.
Well, I don't know. It depends on, like, how well they sell the story. Well, because here's the thing. The difference between Death Stranding and Metal Gear Solid 5. Metal Gear Solid 5 had kind of an established setting and theme to it. And Metal Gear had an established setting and theme to it. And Metal Gear Solid 5 kind of opened that up a little too much. Like, 1 through 4 was all going through fucking set pieces, accomplishing a mission and moving on. Usually you didn't have the option of, resupplying. It was literally one man on the own against all fucking odds. Like, accomplishing the impossible, even though he's just a... Hold on. And then you get to, 5, and it's like, okay, we're just gonna add a bunch of bullshit in here.
Well, like, that's definitely where Peace Walker was going, because Peace Walker is where you got your original mother base, and, like, you're Fultoning and you're interrogating people, but a lot of that was also just an excuse for multiplayer.
Yeah. Also, Death Stranding, I don't know what the fuck Death Stranding is.
Nobody knows.
It's like, I know there's some walking, I know there's some creepy ass,
there's some spookable shit, but also the actual, as far as we can tell, in-engine footage is you're just the fucking Amazon delivery man in the middle of nowhere. Like, that's, as far as we can tell, the gameplay footage is you're walking through the middle of nowhere with packages.
Yeah, Hideo really Kojima is keeping this, like, super tight to the fucking vest.
Well, here's the thing. Kojima has reached this point where all he needs to hype something up is to attach his name to it. Like,
yeah.
How many years ago was it? But I think it was at the was it at the Game Awards or was it at E3 where he just said, "I'm back," and he like
that was the Game Awards because he worked with
Jeff the Game Awards, and he likes Jeff Keighley, but he just strolled down a fucking staircase to waves of applause and just said, "I'm back," and then went on his merry way. Right, like
actually the fucking I like referencing this. But Norman Reedus, guy who's playing the main character and, did the cameo in, Playable Teaser, PT. There was an interview that he did. And before that, he didn't know who the fuck, Hideo Kojima was. The first time he saw him was at that Game Awards. And he could only, describe his shock as he saw this man come down a flight of lighted stairs like Michael Jackson, and fucking waves upon waves just scream and cry and blubber at his appearance. And Norman Reedus was like, this man must be a fucking god. I'll do whatever he tells me to. Like, that is the level of fucking Hideo fucking Kojima.
Yeah, so, like, he no longer needs to tell people stuff.
No.
He just makes the game and you want to buy it.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that's fair. Like, as long as I know that the game is being made and there is actual progress being fucking made on it, I'm okay. You don't need to give me action-packed trailers like every year or something. Just let me know that the game is working, the game is in progress, it is well funded. It's fine. That's all the transparency I need. I do not, because this is the thing I don't like about, like, especially like with movies. Most movies, like, will put like 90% of the fucking action scenes in the goddamn trailer. I'm just like, what am I watching this for? Talking? Dialogue? I don't fucking know. That's why I like the trailers. I go watch the trailers. All right, I know about like 75% of the fucking movie already. Booyah. I think this is why I like watching anime movies, because when I go see an anime movie, I have no idea what about the fuck that happened. Jesus fucking Christ. Heaven Feels 1 and 2? Woo! I gotta check to see if when they start gonna release the Blu-ray for Heaven's Feel 2. I have the Blu-ray for Heaven's Feel 1. It's like the only, like, I only own, well, actually I take that back. I own 3 Blu-rays. That's it. I own the Blu-ray for Heaven's Feel 1. I got the special edition, so it has all the sweet loot attached to it. I have the season of A Sister's All You Need, because that is literally one of my favorite anime. Then I have the Blu-ray for Star Wars A New Hope. And that's true, unless you played the VN. I do want to play the Fate Stay Night VN, just so I can say I have had the full experience. But at this point, I'm not really too sure that I need to, because, at this point, I think I'd be mostly watching it to see the bad ends.
You dirty
like, all right,
secondary.
The what?
I said you dirty secondary.
Excuse me, I have a title. I'm a goddamn filthy casual.
I know, that's the joke though. Like all the old we played Fate Stay Night in Japanese when nobody knew what the fuck it was. They're all like, "Oh, you dirty secondaries, you don't know what the fuck this franchise is." I'm like, "Yeah, I do." Where do you think all your money comes from to let Nasu do more of this shit? That's us. That's what we do.
And you don't know what happened either because it got translated poorly. So fuck off, you. But yeah, Metal Gear. I like it. I really I love it. It's a great franchise. I don't want it to go anywhere else. Just all good things have to end. And this is a problem I find out with a lot of franchises. Just keep pushing. I'm like, no. If something has a good ending, just let that feeling go. Just let that feeling ride and let it go. Let your final memories be of something majestic and beautiful and not see it dragged through the fucking dirt for a cash grab. God damn it, development team. Stop making marketing your only goal. Oh, I know you guys need to make money, but trust me, you can probably get just as much money from pushing a new IP as in, like, fucking...
Well, maybe not, but that's, like, a thing that everybody says. Like, investing in a new IP is a big deal, because you gotta, like, fucking build everything, you gotta make it all, blah, blah, blah. Because, like, you say that, but Anthem kind of sucks.
The what?
Anthem kind of sucks. That's a new IP, right? And then,
yeah,
like,
but
that doesn't have very focused player direction that they wanted. They were trying to develop new IP, and they didn't quite clinch it, so it didn't work, and that can happen to other people.
Yeah, but there's more reason. There's more reasons for why that failed than rather than just it being a new
IP.
IP.
But now that's going on. Everybody's analysts are going, well, the last time somebody tried to make a new IP, they made Anthem, and it sucked. You'll never make any money, and they may or may not be making Dragon Age 4. Don't worry, they're making Dragon Age 4, probably.
No,
hopefully.
they're actually talking about now that, like, Anthem is out, and they have
They've officially moved people over, but Anthem already, I think... The gist of it is that Anthem already technically killed Dragon Age 4 once. They were going to do a big push, and then it was like, shit, we need to put all of our teams on one project. And then it was like, ooh, that didn't work. Well, make Dragon Age 4. That's an established IP. Make it again this time.
Yeah, because, like, fucking Destiny worked out great. Destiny got a Destiny 2.
Destiny had a lot of hard work to get there. Did you play the original Destiny in the Dark Times? Before we got a couple of expansions. Yeah, Destiny had some rough edges to go through, but luckily Bungie was actually made a really good game underneath their problems, so it worked out okay.
Yeah. So yeah, like, I'm not saying it's like it had to be a fucking flawless, but they made a new game and they made it fucking work. As I said, like, and like some people have some shit to say about later Halo.
Oh yeah, they do. But that's because Halo left Bungie.
Yeah. And I said, like, we had this problem here, like, I can't really say, but, like, it's in universe, but, like, look at fucking Metal Gear Survive.
Well, that was very much blatantly we spent all these gajillions of dollars letting Kojima develop his own engine, which is very expensive, by the way, making your own tools. That's why most people use, like, Unreal, or, like, EA has all their shit where they're trying to use Frostbite even though it's not really built for it. But Konami very much wanted to be like, okay, fuck, we've got this super expensive engine. We need a way to market this because Kojima, the golden cow is gone, and so is the guy who makes Castlevania.
Oh god, it's
what like that turned out. I know that guy was making his own style game, but like, I wonder how that turned out.
Like,
does Konami have any IP that people actually care about left? That like the developers are going to be there and people are going to buy it? Because I can guarantee you, Konami can never release a Metal Gear game that's going to be popular.
Probably not. No.
Like they're better off. Like after Kojima makes a bajillion dollars on Death Stranding, they're probably much better off like selling the license to that IP back to him for however the fuck much he'll pay for it, and he won't do anything with it besides probably like remake those games and in like Super Engine. I'm dying, by the way, if you can hear my fucking thing in the background. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now and die horribly.
Yeah, finally, I can talk. So, as I said, like I said, doing a new IP is always a fucking risk, but sometimes that shit really pays off. Like, Platinum Games is fucking amazing at new IP. We got fucking Bayonetta, Metal Gear Rising,
well, Rising's not really a new IP. I'll say this, Rising's not really a new IP. That was Konami couldn't figure out how to make that game, and Platinum was like, hey, we can make this game for you.
Yeah, no, but it's a clear departure from what Metal Gear actually. Instead of a stealth tactical, it's like, we're just gonna try and cut shit up as awesomely as fucking possible. Like Nier Automata. Oh my god, Nier Automata. Again, one day I have to sit down and beat that as soon as I stop like loading up the gate and immediately dying from feels.
Also, fact check Omega here. Nier Automata is a sequel, but that's okay. Yeah. I don't think anybody talks about the original Nier.
Other
than Ron, who really liked it.
Yeah, and the original Nier is actually a sequel to fucking a game called Drakengard, which has 3 games, and no one ever fucking knows about.
So has that guy just been basically making his magnum opus series quietly this whole time?
Yeah. Like, Yoko Taro is a fucking madman, alright? Like, Drakengard was my first actual kind of Muso game where, you know, you're just a dude and you run around and you massacre a fuck ton of people. I didn't get that game when I first played it. I still don't get it, but I liked it because I was a badass dude and I had a fucking dragon. But yeah, Nier Automata is like based off a fucking other game Nier, but they're not actually fucking like tightly connected. In the same way that Nier was based off a bad ending from Drakengard 1, but it's still only loosely fucking connected. It's like, I don't know, Yoko Taro, what you up to? What you making next? I'm curious. Is it with Platinum Games? I hope so.
It is. I think it's on the Switch.
Oh yeah, that's right.
For some reason, Nintendo has managed to scoop up Platinum, and I'm very sad about that.
It's like...
Because I loved Bayonetta. Fuck you very much. Why... How much money did Nintendo give those guys to make Bayonetta 2 on the Wii U, do you think? It must have been a fuck ton.
It must be a fuck ton, but I'm okay with that because I tried running Bayonetta 1 on my PS3 at the time. It sucked. Holy shit, loading screens.
But they were interactive. Well, whatever. There was a lot of shifty optimization on the PS3 era. The game was still amazing.
Yeah. But, what was I saying? I was talking about Yoko Taro. Oh yeah, it was like Alter Chain or something. Let me see here. Taro game. I love the fact that any public appearance is him with this fucking round orb. And he just gives the weirdest fucking, interviews. It's great. Let's see here. What is it? I'm looking for it. Is this it? No, that's an iPhone game. Damn it, sir! I'll find it. Hang on. Let me try Platinum Games here. Because Platinum Games has been amazing. Like, originally when they were Clover Studios, I was all like, and they made Okami. I was just like, what? Like, I fucking love Okami. Like, holy shit. Okay, let's see here. Where is...
While Lucky is looking up, I will remind the audience, Okami is the game I have bought 3 times. Because they keep releasing it, and I keep buying it. Sign of a good game.
Okay, so apparently Platinum Games has gone on to say, in the past couple days, that right now we are in the middle of designing something that has never been done before. I know a lot of people have said that, but the game we are working on is truly unlike anything else. This was said by studio head Atsushi Inaba, and you know what? When Platinum Games says something like that, I fucking believe them. Holy shit. Well, I don't know, I can't find the damn name of the game, so whatever. I know, like, Platinum might be...
It was in the latest Nintendo Direct or whatever. Somebody will remember in the audience.
Yeah. So, yes, Lucky is still yelling about video games while interjects constantly. But, let's see here. So, yeah. So, like, since I was talking about Muso games, which is what I've learned that they are fucking called, which is just the, I'm gonna kill a fuck ton of enemies and run around. Like, I've never really played, like, Sengoku Basara or Dynasty Warriors. Like, my only real entries into that was Drakengard 1 and 2, which I did enjoy. They were weird, and young me definitely didn't understand what was going on. But I had a fun time, because Lucky loves dragons, and the fact that, you know, you can call a dragon to come smash shit for you is fucking amazing. Thumbs up. Then I got, into, Hyrule Warriors, when it was on the Wii U. I bought it for my, friend, my ex, and we had a jolly good time getting that. Then I played Fate Extella, Umbral Star, and I was all like, this ain't as good, but you know what? It has fucking Fate characters in it, so I'm gonna have a good fucking time. And then played Extella Link. I'm like, this is a lot better, but for some reason the story has gone nowhere. I guess this is just hold me over until 2. Now I'm playing Hyrule Warriors the Definitive Edition, and this is currently Lucky's game of the fucking hour. Because I forgot just how tight this fucking game was. And since they added all the fucking, like, port stuff and all the characters, I don't have to, like, buy anything. I'm just all like, woo! I'm having fun with that. Again, I'm starting to feel that itch for a new game, though. Like, as I said, I've been, like, kind of been wanting to get, the Caligula Effect Overdose. The funny reason, though, is the only reason I want to play this game is because both me and Omega watched the anime, and we were like, we have no idea what is fucking going on right now. And then I looked it up. I looked it up, and it was based off a game. I'm like, all right, that's why there's some missing fucking parts. Then I realized there was a remake coming. I'm all like, soon I will get this.
We immediately did the. Is this based on something? Fuck, it's based on a Vita game.
Yeah. And from what I could tell, yeah, they resold it, but let's see. It was the original game, then the 3DS port, then they released it on another system, and then they revealed the Definitive Edition, which is basically their Game of the Year edition. I think that's fucking fair. Like, in the original Hyrule Warriors, I didn't have the ability to fucking dress up fairies. I didn't have fairies in the fucking first place. This was new, and I was all like, what is this? This is amazing. Like, I didn't have all the adventure maps, I have all the game modes, I have everything. And it's fun. So, like, I really like it. I've heard a lot of people talking, like, how, like, up and down, like, other Dynasty Warrior games, and how, like, other spin-offs are kind of, a little spicy on the take, but, as I said, like, Artemis, I'm pretty sure there are people out there who enjoy certain Dynasty Warrior games. Your opinion is your opinion, but please don't, like, invalidate others by saying so. It's called tact. So, like, I can't really speak for Dynasty Warrior games and, like, other games, Muso games. I've never played Samurai Warriors. Is that a recent game?
I'm pretty sure that's just the Sengoku era series of Dynasty Warriors, hence why they're called
Sengoku Basara?
No, I think that's something different. No? The Sengoku era is like a historical thing that they're typing.
Yeah, the Sengoku era is like fucking, like, the Warring States era. There's a lot of fucking fighting that happened in there. I don't know Samurai Warriors, that's why I'm asking.
It's just Japanese Dynasty Warriors. Well, you said you didn't play Dynasty Warriors. Dynasty Warriors is Chinese, as far as I understand.
Oh, okay.
And then Samurai Warriors is the Japanese ones, as far as I know. Like, I'm not an expert either, but that's what I got, was that Dynasty Warriors is like Romance of the Three Kingdoms type stuff. Do not pursue Lubu. And then Samurai Warriors is the samurai one.
Okay. So, let's see here. What other types of games I have not talked about here? Snowcrow, if you're gonna say that something else is better, you might as well learn how to spell it properly. Let's see here. Fighting games. Card has said that in his fighting games I like. So, Lucky subscribes to really only 2 fighting games because I don't have time to get good at a bunch. Real talk, I'm not good at either one of them, but I enjoy them for what they are. So, on the 2D side, I like Guilty Gear. I currently own Guilty Gear Xrd 2nd Rev. I play it only occasionally. I'm not good. Like, I'm not good. I'm not. Don't ask me to show me my fucking moves. I'm gonna fucking pick jam and I'm just gonna smash moves constantly and try to look cool doing it. That's what I enjoy fucking doing. I don't care so much about winning as looking badass fucking fighting. And you know, Guilty Gear scratches that itch real good with its like really colorful characters. Like, oh my god, these characters are so fucking like crazy. Like, as I said, I main like Jam, who's literally just a Chinese chef who's really good at fucking kicking people. But like, oh my god, I can probably talk an hour just about how fucking crazy the fucking characters are. Like fucking Faust, he's a fucking doctor with a paper bag on his head. His moves are ridiculous. Just
well, we're at 2 hours, so you got a whole hour to talk about it.
No, I'm not gonna. Well, I'll talk a little bit about it. There's Chip Zanuff, this fucking ninja who's a president of a country or running for president of a country. So he likes to show up in a suit and then takes it off for his ninja outfit. I'm like, sir. There's Dizzy, who is like a motherfucking waifu, who like has a dragon tail and then has one wing that's an angel and then one wing that's a devil. I'm like, girl, you got a lot going on. Like, then you have like more like quote unquote, yes, Dizzy is married. But guess what? She didn't get married until like the fucking third game, alright? Because it's like, God, Axe, don't try to bring a person down. God, when I played Guilty Gear
Lucky
2.
can wreck homes if he likes.
Like, playing Guilty Gear 2 was like, I fucking loved that game. Like, man, like, that was like what, like, I didn't actually own Guilty Gear 2. I just kept renting it from the fucking store. Like, that's how much I fucking loved it. I don't know why I didn't do the smart thing and just save up a little money and buy it. But, I don't know. Now, we're gonna go over to the 3D games. Now, this is probably a little bit more contentious of a choice, but I really fucking like Dead or Alive. Like, Dead or Alive is a game that has a very simple control scheme, but very hard to execute. And the fact that it has a complete, you know, just parrying and counter system just dedicated to one fucking button, just, like, I find it amazing. You can have beautiful fucking battles if you know what you're doing. Like, Dead or Alive is one of the few games that I have played online and against other people. Just because, you know, I enjoy it. And, like, as I said, I'm not good at these games, so, like, every, like, fight was, like, a hardcore battle, like, oh my god. Like, I keep trying to, like, counter and parry someone, and I keep getting hit. I'm like, I can do it. I fucking did it! And then I just start my counterattack from there. Oh man, I love that. It's a great feeling. I know a lot of people, like, see, like, Dead or Alive, oh, it's just girls with bouncing fucking tits. I'm like, yeah? What's wrong with that? There's still a very fucking solid fighting game underneath that, and people who, like, refuse to look past fucking tits, it's all, like, shame. Shame. I did play Tekken. I played, let's see here, Tekken 3, I think it was, and Tekken Tag. I think Tekken 3 was on the PS2. I think it was. I wasn't too much of a fan of it. I don't know why. I like Tekken Tag. But here's the thing about fighting games, especially back in the day, if you didn't have someone to play them with, they weren't quite as fun, I'll say. Now that I've gotten older and I've started to hate people more and more, I'm fine with, like, playing fighting games by myself. But back in the day, it's all like, I'm all alone. I'm just beating up CPUs. I cry. Oh god. Did someone just stab me? Oh no, it's just my skin flaking off. Good job. So, as I said, like, if anyone got, like, a PS4 and Guilty Gear Xrd, let me know. We can fight it out. I haven't got the latest Dead or Alive. I want to, though. That's another game on my list. As I said, I played the demo, because, Dead or Alive 6 actually had it. Wait, is it 6? Or 5? Fuck. I don't even know now. DOA 6? Yeah, it is 6. Alright. 6 fucking, actually did a fucking demo for, like, a weekend where everyone could, like, play the game for a bit before it came out, and I got on that shit. I played that, like, all week. It was great. Played it online. I was all like, this person's kicking my ass! Yeah. Yeah, so I've never really been into, like, Street Fighter. I didn't really play Darkstalkers, King of Fighter, Virtua Fighter. Like, really none of those games. I don't know. As I said, fighting games aren't my forte, but, you know, I enjoy them when they come around. This is a lot like me in racing games, too. So, Lucky likes racing games. I kind of do. I don't like Gran Turismo. Like, I just don't. It's hyper-realistic. I don't like that. If I want to, like, hyper-realistic driving, I'm just going to get in a car and fucking drive. Like, I don't know. But I do enjoy games like fucking Burnout. I like games like Wipeout. Wait, is it Wipeout? What's the fucking... Yeah, Wipeout. It is Wipeout. Okay. Making sure I got the name right. Like, games where I can, like, go real fast and wreck other people, I'm all like, yes. If I can't drive well, I just have to drive well enough to catch up with you and end your day. That's how Lucky plays. Watch out. So, like, Burnout Paradise I really liked. Just like all the Burnout games I found really fun. Wipeout games I found really fun. I do like some realistic racing games, but they have to have, like, really good environments. So they usually have to be, like, off-road games where you're, like, driving through, like, all these varied terrains. If you just put me on a racetrack and make me do left turns all day, I'm not going to be entertained. I'm really not. This being said, I kind of missed out on, Need for Speed. Yeah, Motorstorm. I liked Motorstorm. But I kind of regret I didn't get into Need for Speed, like, quite like everybody else did. And I kind of wish that I did. Because I hear a lot of people say those are really good games. But, let's see here. Yeah, let's see. Motorstorm and Motorstorm 2 Apocalypse I had. And I played them a fair bit, but no, not a super lot. Because, as I said, racing games aren't my main forte, because, like, when Lucky divides games into games he likes in two categories. Games with really good mechanics, and games with really good story. Like, when a game has both, that is fucking amazing. You can't see, I am just gesticulating like, everywhere at this moment. But, while Motorstorm, like, really didn't, like, a lot of racing games really don't particularly fall into either two of those categories for me. Usually, I get an itch, I'm like, I want to race some fucking cars. And then I pull something up. It's like same with fighting games. I'm like, it's time to, like, do some sweet-ass combos. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Lucky doesn't play sports games. I just don't. Visual novels I like. The problem is, visual novels means I have to sit down and fucking read. And it's really, 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 really hard for me to do that right now. Like, I have all of Nekapara and When They Cry just waiting on my Steam for me to play. Like, this is why I'm kind of sad that Telltale Games went under. Because while they were good, they were real fucking good. I don't want to just watch the sex scenes. Like, I want the whole fucking experience. Like, Lucky likes
you can tell by how much he wants the experience by how much he's banging on the table.
But, like, I have them all, but, like, it's just like, I just want to sit down and, like, get the whole thing done. But I'm like, anytime I open up a visual novel, I'm like, I'm just gonna sit here and read for a long-ass time. There's other stuff I can be fucking doing. Wait, there's jiggle physics and padding mechanics in Nekopara? What? That is amazing. I didn't know that. But, oh my god, that's amazing. See, I didn't know about that. What? I am gonna max that slider. But it's gonna be me having to sit down and read a bunch. And this is one of the reasons, like, this is the issue I have. I can sit down and do a lot of fucking reading when I'm, like, on my bed. Like, because that's my relaxed space. That's where you're like, alright, I'm gonna take down, I'm gonna chill, I'm gonna play some gacha. I'm gonna, maybe watch some anime. Good times. If I am at my computer, the computer is for work. The computer is for research. The computer is for doing something. So it's hard for me to just sit down and just read something at my computer. Like right now, like, I have, like, 4 tabs open. Like, I was searching Platinum Games, I was searching Wipeout. Like, I have my email open. Like, oh my god. Like, I can't fucking stop. I can't do it. Yeah, Camper, it's fucking recording right now. If you want to listen in, pop into the recording channel. Oh wait, he's not in the recording channel. He can't hear me. Whoop, I'm dumb. Someone put another tally in the Lucky Says Something Dumb mark tally. So... Yes, thank you, Card. Card has said ding. Oh, he's talking up Camper. Put another mark in the fucking tally, because he's talking to me. God damn it. I cry. Well, let's see here. What other video game types have I played? So, yes, I do enjoy visual novels, but I have to be in a particular mood and a particular seat. And that seat is not sitting in this uncomfortable-ass chair at my bright-ass, computer monitor. Let's see here. What other games do we have? What other game types do we have? Let me see here. Derp. So, action-adventure is, I like my Uncharted's. I don't know what kind of fucking game types Devil May Cry is, but I fucking love those. I just don't play them enough. Oh, Card was talking to me. Well, add another mark because I was being dumb still. So, I guess that's it for video games. Unless anyone has anything they'd like me else to talk about. Spectacle fighters. Do you think what they're called? I only learned that because I watched Zero Punctuation, and Yahtzee was miffed about that name. I do know some hidden object games, but I never play them. And bullet hells. Oh god, like, have I ever actually played like a proper bullet hell game? Like, I've never played Touhou Project. Like, I hear like it's a big fucking thing, and I maybe like to try it, but I never, like, see, here's the thing, I never played Gradius, but I did play R-Type. Like fucking Su-Arp on the Super Nintendo. I fucking loved that game. I actually owned it. It was good. Technically, Nier is a bullet hell game, but you don't really feel that with the three-dimensional movement. Artemis, I'll keep that in mind. Because here's the thing. From what I understand, Touhou Project has a lot of characters and they actually have story. And I don't like going into a game and missing out on story and details. Like, I really don't. That's why it's hard for me to, like, start a game in, like, the middle of the series. Like, I want to play, like, The Witcher 3. Like, I really do. Because I hear it's an amazing game. But I only want to get to Witcher 3 after I play 1 and 2. And I don't have enough time to be playing Witcher 1 and 2. Like, for real. Like, I've tried twice. I'm like, and yeah, you say you're not missing out much with 1 or 2, but you're still missing out. And I don't like missing out. Actually, how many hours have I put into fucking The Witcher 1? Derp. Library, open. The Witcher. Yeah, I put 55 hours into The Witcher Enhanced Edition. The store page is titties. I haven't even started The Witcher 2 Assassin of the King's Enhanced Edition. Omega has Pop-Tarts. Everyone rejoice. Yorokobe Shonen. So, like, for shmups, shoot 'em ups, I would like to play them more, but I also know they can also be really frustrating, and Lucky doesn't do well with frustrating games. Was that actually a pretty good Yorokobe Shonen? Oh god. We'll not do a side by side, but I'll keep that in mind for future cases. I guess this might be my side job as a fucking QDA voice actor. I was talking about shmups, right? Yeah. I've seen people play Touhou Project. I was like, oh, that was really cool. And then I see just how many bullets are on screen. I'm all like, I can't handle this. Like, I have trouble with Azure Lane and its quote unquote bullet hell mechanics. But this is not just because it's bullet hell. It's just because your own ships move so goddamn slow with that controller stick. Oh my god, it makes me so angry sometimes. I'm like, I want to dodge. No, move faster. By like 6, I cry. So, yeah, like, I don't know. Maybe I need baby's first bullet hell. I don't know. I know there is a street stat, but here's one of my main ideas about games and game design. If your games are designed around a few select units being able to do a few select things to let you win the game, that's not a good game. This is a problem I have with the problem I have with meta. Like, people are like, all right, you gotta have this unit with this setup and this equipment so you can do this thing. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to pick the people that I like who, work somewhat well together and still be able to accomplish the mission. If I can, that's great. If I can't, well, maybe I need to rework something, but ultimately I should be able to do the thing without your one perfect solution.
But the efficiency, Lucky.
So, this is me getting back on fucking meta and why I don't like it.
This voice is even better when I'm reading something. My complainer voice. Well,
Card has said, screw the meta, we should game how we want. And I only kind of agree with that. Because if you can literally just throw anything together and have it work, that also kills the fucking challenge. But
right, there's no choice.
The thing is, if you put a good amount of work into making a certain strategy work, that should be equally as valid.
Oh, I realized that I was muted on my machine this whole time. So the audience listening to the YouTube version will get that I made some jokes in there, but Lucky didn't hear me. I did my internet commenter voice while my face was filled with Pop-Tarts, and I think it was even better. I was like, no, efficiency. No.
Because, like, as I said, like, there should, fuck. I lost my thought because Omega interjected. Heck. Okay. As I said, there should not just be one perfect solution, only one solution, or one, like, only high level solutions to a problem. Like, you should be able, you should be able to have if you have a fuck ton of options, you should be able to use a fuck ton of those options to actually accomplish what you want. And that's my main beef with the meta, quote unquote, is that people keep, pushing, like, and like FGO specifically, people keep pushing the Merlin meta. I'm like, yeah, just rub Merlin and Gelator that and all your pump fix. I'm like, that's cool. That's great. I don't want a one trick solution to everything. I just don't. Oh yeah, well, actually, we still got wait a year and a half for Scotty, don't we?
Yeah, that'll be 2 anniversaries from now.
Yeah. So, but again, like, as soon as Scotty came out, people were all like, oh, this is new meta. If you don't have Scotty, you're shit. I'm like,
Double
that is an
Scotty
exaggeration.
With Lancelot, you're the best. It's everything. Why aren't you doing it? Oh, wait, the game has fucking new units all the time?
Yeah, I know.
Who knows?
But as I said,
it's almost like these alter egos are really cool. Or something.
Yeah. So, that's why, like, tier lists are always, like, especially for FGO. We mentioned this on the Let's Talk FGO. Tier lists are kind of a fucking, pain. Because, they keep fucking changing up with every new server and new mechanics. And just let me play with the servants I like. Like, for the longest fucking time, Tamamo Cat has not been ever highly regarded. I fucking love Tamamo Cat. I really fucking do. She is, like, one of my favorite fucking servants. She is in my ring of, this is the good fluff. As I said, like, I have a deep emotional attachment to Tama Cat. She was, like, my first SR. She was the first one I got. Well, she wasn't the first one I got, but she's the first one I got to 10-10-10.
Okay, are we having a technical problem here? Lucky, you went.
Did
quiet?
I robot or something?
Oh no, I think you just dropped for a second and then we're quiet. Okay. Oh, if you said a last sentence, we may have lost that. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, well, I was talking about how my Tama Cat was Bond 10, and she fucking wrecked face at the time, Temple of Solomon. And, like, when she gets her, I think she gets, like, what, 2 rank ups? Because one changes her curse, and another changes her morph, if I remember correctly. And, she becomes the motherfucker tanky Bazaka, which is super fucking weird, but, it makes her more useful. Let me tell you, I think I mentioned this before, but using Tama Cat, when her fucking class advantage got neutralized, oh my fucking god, she gets real fucking tanky. Holy shit. Fucking, oh my god, she's such a good maid. She's the best maid. I'm glad she's part of the Tamamo 9. But again, like, I remember, like, when I used to look at the tier list, because I was like, what are people thinking about these servants? Like, Tama Cat was always down at, like, C, and I was like, well, fuck you. My Tama Cat's amazing. She kills everything and runs around in a naked apron. What more can I fucking ask for? You know why? It's because, she was a berserker with a fucking AoE quick, noble phantasm, and everyone's all like, no, it's all about the motherfucking buster, bitches. Can you spring both off Merlin? No? Whatever. So it's just like, I think that's probably like the start of when I started like utterly staining the meta. Maitama is good too. But Lucky is lewd. Let's see here. So this is me ranting about meta and how I don't like it. Talking about games. So, all you in the... Oh, wait, looks like my voice is failing. I don't know if people can hear me right now. Okay, it looks like it went back to green. I don't know if I dropped there for a second again. Discord is being iffy. But, what? So, I'm gonna ask the Discord chat. Is there anything about video games that you want... Oh, wait, no, I'm red now. Can you guys hear me?
You're good. You robot
okay, we're good.
But you're fine.
Okay, just checking. Because I'm watching the voice connector on my Discord, and it's going like yellow, red, green, yellow, green, red. I'm like, oh, okay. Is there anything else you want me to talk about video games? I will wait for your guys' response. Here's some elevator music. Dun, dun, da, da, dun, dun, da, 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 dun, dun, da, 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 ba, da, 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 da. Artemis is like typing out a goddamn paragraph or something. Now she's not typing at all. He, she, I don't know. You're an it.
Singular they, lucky, please. Also, that was a really great sound wave.
The what?
I said that was a really great sound wave.
About what?
Your fucking elevator music. Just, kind of soft, but also somehow gently asymmetrical.
Artemis has confirmed they are an Apache helicopter. So, well, it's not video games. Glow D has asked, are there any anime you're into right now, Lucky? Oh boy. Oh boy. I guess we started this topic. Hang on, let me open up my fucking Crunchyroll account. PS4, come here. And let's see what I've been watching. PS4, you're not turning on fast enough. Oh yes, Miss Fujoshi, we are going to talk about Kimetsu no Yaiba. We are going to talk about it.
Hey, just a heads up, we're at about 2 hours, 40 minutes, so...
Hey!
Yes!
Son of a bitch!
Now listen, I can split the recording, and we can make it as long as you like. I'm just letting you know. You've been talking for over 2.5 hours.
Fuck it, let's shoot for 4 hours.
Whatever, man. Alright, I'll let you know when I have to split the recording, then.
Alright. Hang on, let me get my cranberry juice. I don't know if that comes up on record. I'm not pouring me a fucking glass. Note to self, next time I do that, somehow pour close to the fucking microphone. Now for a poignant slip. Nah, camper, we're shooting for fucking 4 hours now, yo. Alright. Oh, wow, my throat feels a lot better after inhaling some fucking liquid. Good job, me. So, oh man, I'm pretty sure I talked about some new anime last month, but we're just gonna go over basically everything I've been watching. And why I like it. So, first up from the new core, which is on my fucking watch list, is Fruits Basket. Fruits Basket is, of course, a remake of an anime, which was an adaptation of a manga from a long, long time ago. And it's good. Like, it maintains the same kind of feel, the same kind of energy. It doesn't quite have the same comedy of the original anime, but I'm finding myself okay with that. Camper says false advertising, no fruits or a basket in the first episode. It's a lie. It's a lie. It does come up in the 5th episode. It's, Artemis asks, it's a reverse harem, right? Kinda. Like, there's only really 2 love interests. And as time goes on, you start seeing, like, there's definitely someone leaning. Because I read the entire fucking manga. It was the first fucking shoujo manga I fucking read. And I fucking, yes. It is more true to the manga. Not bad for that. They're also doing the pacing a little bit faster, but I think that's because they have stated that they do plan on doing the entire series. Which was great because the original Fruits Basket did not. I think they didn't even get through like a third through the story, I think. So they've said they've committed to making a full fucking series. And incidentally enough, the anime is called Fruits Basket First Season. So if you like a really heartfelt anime about people discovering things about themselves and people finding out like how they feel about each other, it's good. It's not like if they're actually finishing out, it's actually going to have a fucking conclusion, which is a lot more than I can say than a lot of animes. It's just kind of end ambiguously and you're like, is that it? Alright, so next up on my Crunchyroll watch list is Josie Kase. This is also based off a manga, but it's interesting in the fact that in this series, nobody fucking talks. Like, they make little sound effects like breathing and gasp and little like noises of delight. Act fucking talk. And so you basically just see how they feel and how they react through their emotions and what they're doing. I'm not gonna lie. It really caught my attention because the very first episode was high school girl and thighs. And I'm like, thighs you say? And I watched it. And I actually found it really, really cute. It's one of those animes that only runs how long are these episodes? It only runs like 3 minutes and 30 seconds an episode. And even though you still feel like you get like a solid experience out of it, like each episode. And I said, all 3 of the girls are really cute. They're really distinct. And as I said, you fall in love with them just a little more each time as you see the go. And next up on my list is Hitori Bochi no Maru Sekatsu. This one's also a fucking cute. So, basically, a girl with severe social anxiety has made it to her first year of middle school. And her friend has made her promise to make friends with everyone in her classroom or they'll no longer be friends. Of course, this girl, who is commonly known as oh no, it's not she's not a high school girl, she's a middle school student. She's really young, really cute. I'm like, "Oh my god, you need head pats, girl. You just need to be fed and put into a sandwich." But it's just her story of her trying to make new friends and making a bunch of quirky people as her friends. Like her first friend is a girl that kind of gets mistaken as a delinquent, but honestly a good person. Her second friend is a girl who is quote unquote really unfortunate and kind of a space cadet. And her third friend is like a half foreign girl who really likes ninja and wants to be one. It's a very colorful cast. And as I said, it's just a moment of healing. And you say, oh my god, every fucking precious. Okay, Artemis, I have to read this out loud. Because Artemis says, oh, Lucky, have you watched Show Me Your Underwear with a Disgusted Look on Your Face? And if yes, what is your professional opinion on each pair of panties presented in that series? I have not watched something like that. But now I have to, put that on a note and be all like, what the fuck is this?
That's an incredibly Japanese sentence.
That is an incredible Well, we've gone into discussion about, light novel titles and, all that stuff. Show your Wait, let me see here. Let me see panties. Wait, where are panties? Shit. Discord. Underwear. Oh, wait, there it is. Wow. Okay. And it has a sequel! Oh, this came out in 2018. This ain't that old. It came out in the summer core. Alright. I'm gonna put a pin in this. Boop. And I'm gonna watch that later. Because, Lucky likes lewd things. And this looks hella fucking. Speaking of lewd fucking things. The next. Whoops. That's my history, not my cue. Fuck. There we go. This next one I'm watching, which I'm honestly not sure why I'm watching, is called Nobunaga Sensei's Young Bride. So, oh god, what was the name of the bride? I can't remember. Fuck. So basically the story is, there's a teacher named, Oda Nobunaga. And he's kind of a lech and a perv. But he's a teacher. Until one day he's cleaning out a storeroom and a fucking girl appears out of fucking midair. Of course, any, warm-blooded young male, this excites him greatly. I found out that it's clearly a young girl. She comes from a really weird place, and she could be the wife of Oda Nobunaga. It actually has some historical ties, because the wife in question was sent to Nobunaga. I just can't remember her fucking name, because she was the daughter of a really traitorous guy. I just can't think of the fucking name of him, because Lucky is horrible with names. Let me see. Let's see here. Yeah, let's see here. Nohime, Lady No, known as Kicho, legal wife. Yeah, that's her. There it is. Saito Dosan. That's what it was. Who was known as a really traitorous guy. And it's just him being a fucking perv, trying as this fucking 14-year-old lolly keeps trying to make him to fucking bang. Now they just added more girls to the mix. I'm like, this is just generic harem shit with lolly. I don't know how I feel about this. Lucky likes his lollies, but he wants them to actually be legal fucking. Say, they have the proper like mental age in small bodies for Lucky to be like, oh yeah. Other than that, it's only for head petting. But Lucky's lewd, and it looks funny. It makes me laugh. Ravioli, don't lewd the younger loli. But talking about the generic harem-y kind of stuff, the next one that I'm watching this core is We Never Learn, Bokuben. This is based off a manga, and it has a pretty simple premise. Basically, a poor high school student who's really good at studying gets tasked with tutoring two geniuses. The reason why he has to tutor them is because these geniuses don't want to go into university. They don't want to go to a university with their strength. They actually want to go to a university for their weaknesses. Also, yes, Glow D Tan Girl is best girl. I fucking love her. But as I said, it's pretty heartfelt. Like it quickly goes into, classical harem tropes. Like this last episode, they literally just did the, guy is trapped in a hot spring anime, but for once in his life, he didn't get completely caught, and he did not get the shit beat out of him, which I appreciate. It's always been one of my pet peeves in anime when a guy does literally nothing wrong, fault someone else. For my reading, he gets the shit beaten out of him for it. No, they actually suffered that in this one. Oh, this reminds me, Kizuna Ai's age is only 2. What is your... Kizuna Ai is cute and precious, but she really doesn't really strikes me as someone too lewd. Oh, so that's a special touch for Kizuna Ai. Right, Kizuna Ai, you tell them. By the way, the special touch for Kizuna and Azure Lane is, I'm sorry to say, but it's not me you're touching, just the screen. That's right. You shut all those fanboys down.
I had a hearty chuckle just now.
Mm-hmm. But we never learn, as I said, it's really cute, sweet. I really like the OP. They use some fantastic animation in it. I've actually tweeted a little bit, because that's another thing about Lucky. Lucky really likes OPs and 80s. Because you often find that anime companies will put a lot more effort into making them than they do the actual anime. Like, holy shit. But, as I said, I like it. Like, all 3 of the, there's 3, I want to say there's 3 main girls. And all of them are wholesome. It's easy to pick a favorite because they're all particularly diverse. There's a short girl with big boobs who's really good at math. Who's not so great at social interaction, and she's a bit tsundere. There's the sports shoujo who actually has been crushing on the MC for a long ass time and has just been hiding it through a lot of energy and action. And then there's the princess type who's a bit of an airhead and clumsy, but is a good girl at heart. Tall, beautiful, classic Yamato Nadeshiko. Lucky right now is talking about We Never Learn. It's an anime I'm watching. Yes, you've seen it, but I like it. So the next one might be a little bit of a weird one for me, but it's called Midnight Occult Silver Servant. So this one...
Hey, Lucky, before you get into a new show, though, hold on a second.
What's
I
up?
want to split the recording. We're at about 2:50 something, and you're going to talk about a new show, so hold on.
All right.
Start it again. Okay, the recording is split now. That doesn't matter to anybody except audio patrons, but it's something we got to do to make sure we don't shoot ourselves in the foot. So, all right, Lucky, as you were.
Oh my! Artemis has said, "Lucky, you sexy fiend, keeping me up all night." And Camper's like, "Please don't make random orgasm sounds, Lucky."
Lucky After Dark.
Who knows? Maybe it'll become a thing. But, so, the anime I was talking about is called Midnight Occult Silver Servant. So, this is all eye candy for girls, because it's entirely male cast, and there's some really pretty boys in here. Let me see if I can find an image of Kohaku. Is there some screen grabs of him? Let me see here. Because I saw, man, I'm all God fucking damn it. Am I going gay? I might be. Let's see here. Oh, here's a good one. I'm gonna post this in our Discord chat. This motherfucking Kohaku. And I'm all good God, man. And people in chat are going, oh no, he's hot. Wait, that's a guy? Damn, son, don't confuse me like this.
Man, that whatever was really blew you up, because that was a huge sound wave. I stepped away for a second to do some dishes, but I see it now.
But, so that's Kohaku. The story is this guy, named Arata, basically gets a job in a civil office, which is a weird one. He doesn't quite understand what's going on. He turns out it's a graveyard office. It's a graveyard shift overnight. Silver servants dealing with supernatural occurrences. They call them Anothers. But before Arata showed up, no one could actually talk with them. They couldn't understand their language. But Arata is apparently the descendant of a motherfucking Abe no Seme, and possesses a skill called the Ears of Sand, which lets him understand Anothers and what they're saying. So now he's kind of starting to learn more about Anothers, what makes them unique, and what makes them scary, and what makes them, kind of like us. And, jumping around between all that. So, as I said, all the main characters are male. Kohaku, who is actually, how they pronounce it? Huehuecoatl, which is basically the old wolf from an Aztec. He's an Aztec god, which means the like old coyote or old wolf is a big trickster god. Basically starts hanging out with him because he's the reincarnation and he just likes being a fucking menace and a fucking hot menace to Arata. And like last episode, like fucking last episode, they run into Pandora. There's always that moment great when you realize something ahead of an anime character, you know? Because she's this girl who shows up holding a box and she's collecting like negative emotions. And you're like, motherfucking Pandora. And of course, the main character doesn't figure it out until like right when she leaves. He's like, what's her name? She's like, it's Pandora. And he's like, Pandora? Box? Gasp! Then leaves. I don't know. I always get a sweet feeling from that. Like, as we're getting into the show, you're definitely starting to realize that there's more going on with these characters. And it's more than them just being fucking hot. I'm like, yeah! Camper, has said, sorry, I went off for a while. He needed something to browse, stuff that forcibly makes him heterosexual after that gift. So, that's Midnight Occult Silver Servant. It's like, it's real good. I like it. Next is something I'm pretty sure that everyone has heard of by now. But the next one on my list is Sarazanmai, made by that mad lad Ikuhara of fucking Sailor Moon, Revolutionary Utena, and Penguin, I can't remember. And it's about 3 boys who run into a fucking kappa. And shit gets fucking weird. Like, I had to pause for effect there, but shit gets fucking weird, okay? There is butt stuff, there is kappa dancing, there are song routines, there are sliding in water tunnels, there is sick-ass police duo dancing. It's amazing. And the story is real fucking good. And, like, the fucking end scene always fucking shocks me. Like, every single fucking time. And I'm like, oh no, I have to wait another fucking week to see what this fucking meant. It's animated beautifully. The visual design is super on point too. This is another one, I think this is being done by Mappa Studio. And as I said, like recently Mappa has been like fucking like punching up in rankings in animation department. Like their work on Dororo, fucking Sarazanmai. What else have they worked on recently? Fuck. I know they've been working on some good ass shit. Hang on. Let's see, Mappa Studio. You see, I would love to perform I would love to bring up all these things on up like earlier. I just like I don't know whatever I'm gonna talk about. Oh yeah, Mappa. They also did fucking Kakagurui, Zombieland Saga, Banana Fish. Like holy shit! Like it's like they're seriously getting the reputation of fantastic animation, even if like the series themselves ain't that great. I mean, people can say about what they want about Rage of Bahamut, but it looked fucking fantastic. Woo! But like it's Sarazanmai is all a story about connecting. Like every single fucking episode title is I want to connect, but they tell these stories of like all 3 of these boys and what's happening. Oh my god, no one's happy in this fucking story. That's kind of beautiful. So, next anime is something that's been around for a while, actually. But they just started a new season, which is Bungo Stray Dogs. Now, Bungo Stray Dogs is really fucking weird. Basically, take fate, make everyone humans, and give them power based on literary works. So you have people who have powers based on the book Rashomon. You have people with a power based on Crime and Punishment, The Great Gatsby. Let's see here. Beast of the Moonlight, the Necronomicon. You know, all that stuff. And it's real interesting and real good. Solid animation, solid story. You know, the characters are likable, but I feel like it kind of suffers from the fact that maybe it has too many characters. But if you get used to that, it gets really good. Unfortunately, this is what I have to say about Bungo Stray Dogs. The best 2 parts of Bungo Stray Dogs is the first 3 episodes of season 2 and the first episodes of season 3. Because those episodes each are mini arcs which go into the past of the characters. And for some odd reason, they just seem another fucking level. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Maybe it's because it's like a tighter focus. It's like just a short arc. It's just like, you see like so much more character development in those 3 episodes than generally you see in a lot of the rest of the series. Like, during season 1 and 2, like, the main character, Atsushi, is literally running around screaming most of the time, turning into a tiger man, and screaming while this angry gangster guy, basically, like, uses dark evil powers to try and kill him. Entertaining, but it's not as great as, like, those first 3 episodes. It's like, whoo! I like it. I was like, give it a watch if you like fantastical modern action. Alright. So, okay, what is the fucking full name of this goddamn... hang on a second here. Crunchyroll is doing this annoying thing where it's cut off, like, a part of the name, so I have to go actually find it somewhere else in the fucking... Where is it? Did I pass it? Yes, I did. God damn it, me. I'm just gonna feel dumb here in a second. Oh, there it is. Damn it, it still doesn't have the full fucking title. Oh, there it is. Booyah. Why does that have the title? Okay, so... It's called, A Girl Who Chants Love at the Boundary of This World. So I just realized this game was based off a very, very popular visual novel. And I can kind of see why from the anime. Because it deals with some very, very serious stuff. Stuff that kind of made me feel a little bit uncomfortable. Because I'm not going to get too much into Lucky's kinks and fetishes here. But let me just say, rape and suicide are something that makes me uncomfortable, alright? It just does. And this series actually kind of deals with that a little bit. So, basically what happens is, the main character is in this island, which has this history. There's a big, corporate, movement to build some things, and they're gonna, tear down a historical artifact. And, people are upset with that. Weird shit starts happening. And the main character's dad disappears. The huge. Turns out, though, that disappeared dad, who's now declared dead, sent main character a thing that lets him travel back in time. He really doesn't, has a bit of fun with it, but really doesn't start using it. Well, you start finding out more details, and things start turning for worse. So this is a little bit of spoilers, but I feel like I have to explain, why I've gotten suddenly so invested in this anime. So if you don't want to hear spoilers for, The Girl Who Chants Love at the Boundary of This World, just turn away for, the next 3 minutes. Alright? Good. So, at one point, the character's stepmother, who is a really good woman, oh my god, you're such a precious, Ayumi, why do you take so many burdens, comes under attack, through a TV program, and starts getting suspicious that and the suspicion falls on her that she's leaking, secret documents. She's not. She's being set up by this absolute scumbag of assistant, who basically only wants her for her body and her position. Sets up the cliche, you're gonna get mugged by guys, but I'm gonna come in and save the day kind of thing. Oh my god, I hate this dude so fucking much. Turns out that when the news of these files getting stolen or leaked comes out, he tries to go over and, seduce her into, getting, being a little bit more pliant out of it. They don't show it explicitly, but they do show a couple scenes where apparently he was successful at it. After which point, Ayumi kills herself. Now, MC, doing the logical thing, starts going back in time to try and save her. And keeps failing repeatedly. And they keep showing scenes of her killing herself over and over and over again. I'm just all my heart can't fucking take this. What happens next? So, from what I've heard, the visual novel was really popular. And yeah, it's kind of like Steins Gate, except I don't know if these bad things are going to keep happening throughout the entire series. But if we're only 5 episodes in and this has happened, I'm kind of curious. So, I'm just I want to know what happens next. The animation, it's yeah. Yeah, as I said, Steingate's, Mami was getting fucking, killed by other forces. And this one, Ayumi was, wait, was it? I can't remember her fucking name now. I don't know why I said my, what was her fucking name? What was her name? I started with an M. Mayushi, not Mayuri. Okay. I knew it started with a but as I said, like, oh man, it was hard. It was hardcore. And I get it now. I'm like, God, I want to play the VN now. Because, as again, Lucky is the person who likes to get to the source of a media when I can, but doesn't look like there was any English. Well, there's no official English translation, so much heck. I'll make do with the anime for now. Let's see here. Back to my queue. I have a lot of things in my queue, alright? Take me a minute to get them all. Alright. So, next one on my list is another one of the short ones. It's called Ao-chan Can't Study. Basis of this is the daughter of a very popular erotic literature author. Apparently this guy's a dumbass because his named his daughter, Ao, for the A in apple and the O in orgasm. And when that got out, because, she told her kindergarten class how she got her name, people start calling her a dirty girl. And she was like, no, I don't want this fucking life. And, dedicates herself to, getting out of the house as soon as possible and, just staying away from boys in general. Fast forward to high school, and this boy has taken a lot of interest in her. And they're just kind of bumbling their way through what's love and affection. And unfortunately, the father is still there, still trying to gum shit up. God damn it. If there's any chance I could punch an old man, this would be it. I said, it's cute. Not really lewd. Well, it's kind of lewd. It's a little lewd. What is it nowadays? But it's fun. I like it. Let's see. Next on my list is probably maybe one of the oddest ones. Is Amazing Stranger. Do you ever want your Figma to come to fucking life? Well, this is the anime for you. Basically, Shun-in Otaku doesn't like going outside. Gets a figure of an anime character and it comes to life. And he basically declares his love for her and, declares that they should be husband and wife. So this is the romantic life of a grown otaku and Figma. Lovey-dovey couple's life. Like, I'm not sure why I like it. Maybe I am, projecting some feelings. I don't fucking know. Yeah, Japanese Indian in the cupboard. But I like it. What can I say? Lucky likes cute things, okay? Alright, I just got 3 more on this list of animes I am on Crunchyroll. So, next up is one that I look to hype up the most. The Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. So, this is based off a very popular manga. And it's real good. To start that off, it's real good. It's being animated by UFO Table. And I think they're getting help from Troika and A1 Pictures in some areas. I can't remember where exactly. Just remember seeing it in the fucking credits. But it's kind of amazing. Yes, it is headbutts and head pats the show. So, this anime follows exploits of one young man named Tanjiro. He's the son of a charcoal making family. Lives up in the mountains. So, hum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. His family is murdered by demons. I think I tried to combine the words massacred and murdered there. I don't know. But, he finds his sister still alive. It's not let's see here. Wow, there's a lot more people here than when we started. What the fuck? So, his sisters are bleeding. He tries to fucking, take her down the mountain. Spoiler alert, she turns into a fucking demon. And, there's a really, really amazing scene of, his sister trying to kill him. He literally has her, her mouth locked onto his hatchet. And he's screaming, while crying at her to, hang in there, fight becoming a demon. And, she stops. It's at this moment, a fucking Demon Slayer comes in and tries to wreck their fucking, moment there. But he doesn't. And through to various circumstances, Tanjiro is now on the path to become a Demon Slayer so he can find a way to turn his sister back. As I said, I don't want to get into too many spoilers because, as I said, this is something I don't want to spoil too badly for people. But, one, I'm going to say this. A lot of people are saying Nezuko is adorable, but I actually like to think that, just the siblings in general are adorable. This was an anime that, after I watched, 3 episodes, I went and binge read the entire fucking manga. Like I said, so I'm up to date with the manga. Tanjiro is just a good fucking kid. Oh my fucking god. I cannot stress that enough. But what I enjoy about him is he is strong, but not weak. When the enemy is out to kill him, he doesn't try and convince the enemy to stop. No, he just fucking straight up, like, just axes them and be all like, and then afterwards, he will show them pity and kindness. And not to mention, like, most of the comedic bits come from Tanjiro himself. One, watch out for his fucking headbutt. His headbutt is his strongest attack. Don't matter what else, like, he pulls out, headbutts win. Whoops. Let's see. Oh my god. Two, he's just a precious good boy. Like, they haven't gotten into this in the anime, but Tanjiro, he's not really a Taku no Jutsu kind of character like fucking Asta and Naruto is. But, you know, he still is a very charismatic kid, and, you know, people still like him. And that comes out in how he acts, because, you know, he's just liked. It's good. Like, I can't wait. Well, I don't know. No, I'm not spoiling it. I'm not gonna spoil it. So, then we go to the other side of this, which is motherfucking Nezuko. Oh my fucking god, why is this child so goddamn cute? So, after Nezuko gets turned into a demon, she gets a bamboo container placed into her mouth. Mostly probably like as a guard or a stopgap from her like succumbing to her fucking demon urges, because demons naturally want to eat humans. This means that Nezuko can't talk, which means all your interactions with her are her doing something or making the most adorable noises. And is her turning into a demon's kind of robbed her of her intelligence a bit, so she can't speak to begin with, and she's kind of taking an infantile mindset, but she doesn't generally knows what's going on in the first place. And like in the second episode, Tanjiro basically, since demons can't be exposed to sunlight or they burn like motherfucking vampires, Tanjiro makes a fucking basket for her, and when he tries to find Nezuko, he finds out that she has dug a hole into the ground. And is all like, I really fucking hate the sun. Don't bring that near me. And so Tanjiro tries to get her to go into the basket. And she's just all like, well, woomph. Like, I can't describe this scene in the full majesty that it describes it. But she fits in the basket. She's tiny and adorable and small and cute. Like I said, I've read them all. Like, I burned through them. And I have, like, much more cute Nezuko to draw upon that I can't spoil. Camper's in our chat posting some choice Nezuko images. I think I posted a few. Oh wait, hang on. I'm gonna go find the ones that I posted. Hang on here. Time to scroll intense. I knew it. Oh, here we go. Wait, nope, those are Campers. Camper's been posting Nezuko a lot in our here it is. So I'm gonna copy this link. I'm gonna post it, and then I'm gonna copy this link. Then I'm gonna post it. Oh, I guess that won't work. Whatever. For those listening on YouTube, if you want to see these images, Discord and join us for when Live and Lucky is actually live. Haha, plug. I did it. Let's see. But as I said, it's being animated by UFO Table. The OSTs were fucking good. Is it just an exclamation mark? It is an exclamation mark. What the fuck?
That probably means that image has been taken down or something.
Whatever, it's not that important. The first one was the truly important. If you don't pet me, I'll burn you. And it's Nezuko being ridiculously cute. Yes. Give her head pats. Give her all the head pats. So she doesn't burn you. Okay, enough about that. So, Kimetsu no Yaiba, it's part action, part adventure, part comedy. Which is, you know, the standard shonen triumvirate. As I said, I think it's already been slated for 26 episodes, so this should get a decent way to the fucking story. Yay! Someone made it! Maybe I should have, I don't know. Actually, maybe I should do some polling on when these should be held so I actually can get the people who show up.
I mean, we have an international audience, so
that's true.
It's kind of hard to plan. I think we've had 3 different people say that some people started with us and it's now 5 a.m. for them. Other people, it's I'm sure it's the early afternoon for you. It's the early evening for me. It's it's about 10:30 kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think we started with 6 and we've doubled that number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as I said, see, here's the interesting thing between the anime and the manga. In the manga, the art style is, I don't want to say crude, but it's definitely stylized. But here's the thing. So, when I first started, I was like, what the fuck is this style? But the more and more I read it, the more and more I came to fucking appreciate it and like it. I don't know how to fucking describe it. But, oh my god, there's an image. Because, the facial expression that Tanjiro makes, a lot of the times, are fucking hilarious, and I don't know if they can actually do it in the anime to the same effect. Camper Win says, the manga's art style feels a lot fuck it, and how it works. And it does! God, I wish I could find there's an image on the site I was reading of someone who did a collage of all the silly Tanjiro faces just put together, and it's amazing. I wish I saved it. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna find it later and post it. I might just reread the whole fucking thing again. I'm a madman like that. But as I said, like Tsuno Yaiba is definitely a highlight of this tour, and I'm really glad that it's been greenlit for two seasons. Again though, like I said, I just hope they maintain the comedy levels all throughout this, because god damn it, it's sometimes, like, some of the lines that fucking Tanjiro just spouts and with his just happy-go-lucky face is amazing. Like, I'm not gonna spoil the scenes, but in one scene, he just goes, well, I don't fucking like you, kid. And Tanjiro's just like, well, you stabbed my sister, so I don't like you either. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop, and just walks off like the precious good boy he is. Oh my god, Tanjiro, you fucking savage. Love you. These are good siblings. Protect both of them. But enough about that. So, oh, guess what? We're not gonna get through me talking about anime without our fucking... Why do you post this, Omega?
Listen, I have to do something. I stopped playing Borderlands to eat, so now I'm just doing nothing and listening to you.
So with Omega, it's giving me a science alert. This spider has been dead for 110 million years, but its eyes still shine in the dark. Soft, squishy ancient spiders are hard to investigate. They don't fossilize as easily as bones or exoskeletons. So can you imagine excited researchers were to find 10 brand new spider fossils in a relatively explored area called the Jinju Formation? It's just a post of that, and I'm just like, why spiders? Why? But as I was saying, we can't talk about I can't talk about anime without talking about this core's isekai, which brings us to Kenshin no Mago, which basically translates to the wise man's grandchild. So this one, I'm kind of putting in the same level as How to Summon a Demon, which means it's really good, but it still follows the same isekai harem. Well, I'm not gonna say harem. Tropes that most fall in. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's animated real good. The voice work is real good too. But the story itself, it's fairly fair. Guy gets hit by a truck because he didn't look at the light when he was crossing the road. Fail on him. Gets reincarnated in a world with magic. Uses his otherworldly knowledge to be really badass sage and learn how to sword real good. And, decides to go to fucking school when he's an adult, technically? Like, I don't understand this part. It's like, oh, you're 15 now. You're an adult. You can do whatever you want. Why don't you go to school? I'm like, okay. Apparently it's not that odd as there's a bunch of other 15-year-olds going to magic school. I wouldn't say it's it's not a crappy version of Konosuba, because technically Konosuba is a crappy version because it's a parody of another light novel. Of another crappy light novel. Yes, Konosuba is fucking amazing. I can't wait for the fucking movie. I need a season 3. But I said Kenshin no Mago, it's doing alright. It does alright. Like, as I said, it's nothing amazingly fancy, but the visuals are good, the animation is good, story ain't intensely cringy. Which is to say, like, for like some of these isekai titles. Like, as I said, it does good at what it's wanted. You're saying you're not going to see anything well, take that back. You are going to find something interesting. Apparently, the main character locks on the girl he likes immediately. And, doesn't let go. Which is good. Well, it's not really a parody because it's literally the standard isekai equation. Guy dies, usually hit by a truck. Guy gets reincarnated in magic. Becomes OP, acquires wife.
Yeah, the reason why things become parodied is because they become what we call cliche. So we're still in the cliche field. This isn't like,
yeah,
we're making fun of that. We're just, no, this is the industry standard. This is what we do.
Yeah, this isn't like Grimgar Fantasy of, this isn't Grimgar. What are some other really good isekai titles? I'm trying to fucking think. I know they're out there. Fuck. When did I, at least want to say, Overlord, yeah, I guess Overlord counts in that. Oh, fucking, Log Horizon. Log Horizon's another good one. Log Horizon, Overlord, Grimgar. I'll even throw in That Time I Got Reincarnated as a... Oh yes, and Yojo. Thank you, Artemis. Those each set themselves apart from the cliches by, doing something different, new, unique. But things like Sword Art Online, Another World with a Smartphone, How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, Wise Man's Grandchild, and other stuff basically follow the tropes and cliches. Now, I don't mind tropes and cliches. Tropes and cliches are there because they're popular and people like them. Like, that's why they're tropes and cliches, because people like them enough that they got done a ridiculous amount of times.
Yeah, hi, welcome to every cyberpunk ever. Do you know why you're rebelling against the man and corporations are God? That's because that guy who invented that genre wrote those things, and then everyone was like, shit, these ideas are great, I'm gonna write my story using these common elements. And then you drive it into the ground, and then people make fun of you, or eventually we'll create this kind of post-isekai genre, much like how there's cyberpunk and then post-cyberpunk. So we'll create a self-aware world of isekai where everything's like... It'll be like Konosuba but serious somehow. Like, it's all self-aware and like we flip the script or something.
Yeah, see, the problem with a lot of isekai... yes, you're talking about, do you like your mother and her multi-hit attacks? I'm excited for this one, only because I fucking love Pochi. I really don't give two shits about the anime or the story, I just fucking love Pochi.
No, solar punk is something entirely different, Camper. Jesus, get your literary punk genres right.
As I said, this is Pochi drawing MILFs, and I'm just like, this is good. For those who do not know, who have not heard me scream about it before, Pochi goes by a variety of Pochi names, like Maru, Pochi Ida, Pochi Goya. Was originally a doujin artist who broke into manga and is also the illustrator for the light novel of Do You Like Your Mother and Two Hit Multi Attacks, and her art style is being replicated for the anime. So I'm like, yes, I will support this just because I am supporting Pochi. But, see, and, well, going back to talk about isekais, cliches and tropes are fine as long as the foundation underneath them are solid. This is a problem that a lot of isekais have. Like, a lot of times, like, they will literally just throw girls at the MC for no goddamn reason other than he showed up and talked the fucking pose. And you're just like, what? Why? Why does he get all these girls? Explain this to me. Like, and there's often very little character development or development of these relationships, other than they really want to get into bed with him. Like, this is a problem I had with Death March and A Parallel World Rhapsody. Guy get like 3, 4, 5, I think 6 girls, and like 4 of them was like lollies. Let's see, because the first 3 were Tama, Pochi, and Liz, and you know I thought those 3 were. Guy literally saved them from a giant dungeon and from slavery, and you know Pochi and Tama like immediately take to him like there's a father figure, and Liz you know bonds with him because you know he's a good master. Things start developing from there. Then, all of a sudden, he buys 2 new girls, and apparently they're all up on him immediately. It's like, why?
Because it's Japan, and holy shit, there aren't a lot of women here, you have to go out and talk to them, and you can't because you have a dead-end wage slave job that crushes your soul. Or you don't have a fucking job. There's a lot of not subtle social commentary on why people like things.
Yeah. So, like, and, like, there was a perfectly good girl. I can't remember. Her name was, like, Zena. Like, you know, the MC saves, and, you know, she actually tries to start pursuing a fucking relationship with him, you know, trying to put herself in his life. He just completely blows her off. It's like, sir, I am offended. Like, honestly, like, I read a ton of the light novel because I could read it quickly and easily, and I didn't have to think about it. But watching the anime, I was all like, man, there are fundamental problems here. Like, the thing I liked most about that anime was the fucking ending. Because the ending was amazing. I'm gonna post it because I fucking love it. Let me see if it's online. Yeah, I'm gonna post it. Oh, Camper says Netflix has a good-ass anime called Carol and Tuesday. I've heard good things about that. I'm actually kind of putting together a Netflix watch list because Netflix is definitely the binging service I use. Crunchyroll is for week-to-week things. Netflix is when I'm like, alright, I want to watch a ton of something all at once.
Yeah, it is.
But back on the isekai, Kenji no Mango seems to be building a bit stronger foundations on its cliches and trope. Is it weekly? Netflix is doing something weekly? What? Camper, I'm shook. I'm fucking shook, Camper. This is not how Netflix do.
Maybe they're piloting it to see how well it works. Also, no.
I don't know if it's in
Yeah, I was
North
about to say,
American
here's the thing, Camper. In America, we didn't get that with Violet Evergarden. We still had to wait. That was literally every other region but us.
Really? Maybe that's why I didn't see it, because I did actually pop open Netflix today, and they have the Ingress anime on there. I was like, oh. I only played Ingress a little bit, but maybe I'll check this out. Apparently,
Damn,
Netflix
licensing.
Wow, okay, so apparently Malaysia actually gets fucking them things weekly. I wonder why we're on a different business model. I don't fucking know. We'll find out later. But I have that to look forward to with fucking season 2 of Kakagu. Motherfucking win. So, yeah, because I've heard good things Carol and Tuesday. But again, like, Lucky tries not to use streaming sites just because, they're a pain sometimes. Heck. And I don't like being locked to my fucking computer to watch a fucking show. Same reason why I don't like visual novels at my fucking computer. So, Kenja no Mago, it's more solid of an isekai than the standard fare, but doesn't stray too far from what is the popular right now. So, as I said, I like it. I put it on the same rank of How Not to Summon a Demon Lord with good animation and solid character. Whether Kenja no Mago actually maintains this level is another entirely. Oh my god. So Omega has gone with, hey, Lucky, time listener, first time caller, how do you feel about this Konosuba RPG, which has been translated and linked in the secret tabletop Cabal? Well,
Yeah,
first off, I haven't fucking...
I was about to say, did you have a chance to look at that? Because I was just reminded of that I was going to say something about it when we were talking about Isekai, and I was like, oh, it's a perfect chance to say something funny.
Like, I haven't, I'm actually getting to this. Actually, this is something I actually wanted to talk about. I didn't get to do much of anything yesterday because when I got home, well, not when I got home, when I got up from partying too hard, I immediately almost died again. I almost immediately died to the point that when I went back to bed, I slept for fucking 12 hours. I crashed around 4, 5, 6 o'clock. I don't remember exactly when. I woke up 6 a.m. the next morning because the sun hit my face and I had to go pee. I am fucking, I was actually pre-show, I was actually, trying to catch up on all the shit I was supposed to do, yesterday. So I was underneath my...
do you want to tell the story about the drone? Because you just kind of casually threw that out in chat.
I had to go chase the fucking show. Drone over... Oh god. I'm gonna finish my anime, but there are things I'm gonna talk about. 1, the party. 2, the aftermath of the party. 3, drones. 4, my Patreon. And what I plan to do. So, I still got a bunch to talk about. So, the final anime on my Crunchyroll list is The Helpful Fox Senko-san, which I have been screaming about for the past few months as I waited for it to come out. Excuse me, y'all. Do you need a fluffy healing anime to make you feel at the same time really fucking happy and sad that you will not have a little fox wife in your life? This is the anime for it. Artemis is having a good old time and not sleeping as they should be. That damn Apache helicopter. It's don't you know Apache helicopters have to go to bed at a normal time good vehicles? What's wrong with you? Ugh. But The Helpful Fox Senko-san is an anime all about fluffy healing feels and just fluffiness in general. Basic story is that there's this man who is absolutely depressed with his life and work life. And so basically the good old Inari, the fox gods, one of them decides to come back and heal him by pampering him. Yeah, it's almost like Konohara Kitan, which was super fluffy, also super lesbian, which I'm okay with. But it's a much smaller cast, and it's funny. Of course, she's like an 800-year-old fucking loli baba, but she wears Miko outfit, has fires, and ends her sentence with Nanoja. It's goddamn adorable. But oh god, where was I going with this? It's funny because the way that she styles herself to him is that she is his wife / I'm just are we getting into some Odepia shit here? I'm a little confused. Like, why would you pick one or the other? But it's still funny and cute. And I said, just seeing a small fox girl, like, getting around in modern age, how they do everything is just absolutely adorable. Just seeing them getting along, I'm just like, yeah. It's super cute, super wholesome. Like, if you like, and super fluffy. It's all about that fluff. Mofu time. All time. Every time. Let's see here. So, I think that's everything I have on Crunchyroll. I'm still watching Dororo on Amazon Prime. I was finally able to get over episode 6. Oh my god. I was wrecked. I'm sorry, y'all. I was absolutely wrecked. First, you find out what her job is, and then what happens to them afterwards. I'm like, no. I did not come here for human suffering. But I finally caught up with it, and it's still a super enjoyable experience. The only anime I'm watching right now through Witchcraft is One Punch Man season. I don't know if I said this, but I have to offer a public apology to One Punch Man season 2. Because when I first saw it, I saw the animation, and I was only like, what the fuck is this? What is it doing? Turns out, they actually kind of didn't know what they're doing, and it actually is really good. Like, the animation might not be as amazing, as fucking stellar as the first season, but it's still real fucking good. Like, just go look at the scenes between, Genos and fucking Sonic fighting. Those are some good fucking shots. Oh shit, campers posting those fucking, lewds. Motherfucking hand-holding. How dare. How dare, sir. You are a brave man. Talking about Konohana-Katan, which is, lesbian fox running an inn, and it's super cute and adorable. I fucking love it. It got an anime, like, I want to say, like, 4 years ago. I can't remember how long ago it was. Maybe it was a long time. I don't fucking... What is time? But I watched it. I loved it. I was happy. Much fluff. And let's see here. And I do want to watch Carol and Tuesday, but as I said, like, apparently it's going to come to Netflix eventually, and I'll just watch it then. You know, give my views to where it's... Yep, now it's all Konohana-Katan screenshots in the chat. Oh, wait, there's one more that I've been watching that isn't actually on my fucking queue. Because I always forget about it until a new episode pops up. So, it's a weird one. One of the 3-minute ones. It's called Wacky TV Na Na Na. It's literally like this weird... How do I want to call this? What do I want to call it? How do I call this animation style? I don't say it's quite stop motion, but it's kind of like how fucking South Park is animated. What is that style called? But it's that. And it's basically a third-rate television studio basically gets bought out, and they're canceling and firing people. And this 3-man team basically has to escape and try to make an amazing show before they get fired. The only thing is, everyone's fucking bananas. Like, literally bananas. And, like, I talked about this when I was watching, they're fruits. God, what was it? Oh, I talked about this when I was talking about Himota House, which is that really badly animated one about the supernatural girl living under one house. How they would have a segment afterwards where it'd just be the voice actresses improv, and you can see how Japanese people, like, actually talk. And this one, it's still scripted, but it's still, like, a lot more natural in the way they're talking to each other. I like that. Like, honestly, like, just hearing people, like, talk and be like that. And it just feels me pink. I don't know why. Like, hearing natural speaking in animation is always, like, I'm gonna make sure to put that on my queue so I get my note. Yeah, boy. I'm also still watching Rising of the Shield Hero. This dude's edgy. He's too edgy. But good thing there's cute girls, right?
So, like, we're at about 3 hours and 45 minutes. Now, obviously, a lot of that will edit down, but that still means that you've been recording for 3 hours and 45 minutes, so...
I can keep going.
Alright, just...
There's a reason why we split this.
Yeah, I split it.
So you split it at 3 hours, right?
Yeah. Which probably means that if I'm going to upload both, we have until about 6 hours before I have to split it again. Please don't record for 6 hours. It's almost 11 o'clock here. But anyway.
Yeah, like, as much as I like, Hiroyuki Sawano, I don't watch Attack on Titan. I don't know why. Maybe I, like, just need to sit down and maybe start it and I'll get interested, but I'm just kind of like, Any anime I dropped? Oh, let me see here. There's plenty that I haven't started. Oh god, here's another one that I started. Why Are You Here, Teacher? That one's just lewd. It's just nothing but lewd. It's just... Do you like lewd? Watch Why the Hell Are You Here, Teacher? Like, Like, I can't, like, when they come up with the uncensored version, I might buy that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, because I read the manga, and I really like the manga. Yeah, I don't think I've started anything that I've dropped. Lucky's usually pretty good about seeing something alright. I see this, we're gonna like it. Oh, on the version on Crunchyroll, they do censor. It's kind of funny. I actually want to censor images, because I think they're funny.
Alright, guys, can we... Let's cut down on the image spam in the chat here. Put my moderator foot down. There's a lot of stuff going on. You should enjoy these live, but we're getting a lot of posting, and, like, let's focus up a little. We'll track comments and stuff. Like, are you all through anime?
I think I am. Let's see here. So, alright, first off, I'm gonna stand real quick, because my butt's been in this uncomfortable ass chair for, what, half hours now? I'm gonna stand up here. I hate this chair.
3 hours and 50 minutes.
3 hours and 50 minutes. Oh, yeah.
See, I got up and I put my laundry away while you were talking.
Okay. Oh. Limber up a little. Let me get back up on this mic. Now we're done with talking about video and anime. Video games and anime. I was about to say video and anime games. Good job, me. Let's talk about, like, some reasons why this show was actually a day late. So, let's go back a couple days. Way back. To Saturday, May the 4th. On that day, recorded What's Up, and afterwards I'm like, alright, Omega, I gotta go. I gotta get ready for a party. And I did. I went out, I made some tasty snacks, I got some drinks, and that's, I played gotcha, because my phone can go with me, and I can do stuff at the same time. Booyah! And, around 7 p.m., 7 p.m. PST, party got started. People showing up, drinks were had, fun was had. It's a good thing. I was on my phone talking on Discord. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't drink as much. Like, I gotta record tomorrow. Some people was like, oh, maybe you should drink more. I was like, nah. I should have listened to myself then. Because I started drinking. Lucky's not a lightweight. I'm really not. But Lucky makes bad decisions in social settings. So, a couple shots of vodka turned into a couple shots of... turned into some whiskey, which turned into some hard cider, which turned into, like, hard lemonades, back to vodka. These weren't straight shots, by the way. These were me mixing them with stuff. Like, I was mixing Sprite with vodka, Coke with rum, simple drinks that made them real easy to drink. And, I was trying to keep my snack on while I was drinking, so, things wouldn't, like, hit me like a steel fucking sledge. And I was having a good time. Like, I was actually feeling social. I went down, I was talking to people. I hit on some girls hit on me. Unfortunately, said girl was extremely, extremely drunk. I'm just like, And so, like, I like this is going, but this can end up potentially disastrous later. So let's point you off to your friends who can now direct you to the bathroom so you can go puke. Because definitely would not like to have, where that was going. Yes, hey, because I can go talk to girls. People in the chat are saying, please explode. But as I said, I was having a good time. I said, people were playing games. I said, it was, the theme was quite interesting. Since the party was supposed to have been the month before, but we had to delay it. And then we just said, we know we want us to make this like an 80s prom party as a theme. Why don't we move it to May the 4th and make it a Star Wars 80 prom party? And they're like, this is amazing. And so we had a bunch of Star Wars cosplayers and like golf prom dresses and, me, I was just all like, whatever, I'm just gonna wear t-shirts and a jeans. Whatever, I do what I want. I'm gonna stand in the corner and look intimidating because people won't remember to close the fucking door. And I said, the night just goes on and, things start winding night. People start leaving, people start passing out, but the dreams haven't stopped yet. We basically started playing a game which is called Can of Squirm, which I really like. I might want to do this. And so I can't remember everything that was said because fortunately Lucky was a little bit gone. My memory's kind of holy. But basically the way the game works is you pull a card from the king. And two people who are sitting next to each other, you ask the question on the card, and everyone in the circle basically points or votes on whoever thinks the card most applies to. So, between me and another person, the question was asked who would be more likely to keep a sex slave locked up in the dungeon, in the basement. Everyone pointed to me. Another question that I remember because it was directed to me was, who is most likely to be secretly packing heat? As I said, people pointed to me. There's also other questions who are like, who's currently wearing the most ugly shoes? Questions like, who has the most appealing body odor? Let's see. Who is secretly fantasizing about someone right now? Questions like this. Questions are supposed to make people uncomfortable. And unfortunately, Lucky, who has was just all like, yeah, no, me, man. I'll totally keep sex. Awesome. Amazing. Gun? Yeah, I actually have one. I have a concealed permit. I'm black. I can't open carry. It was actually funny because, the person I got that question to also owned a gun and concealed concealed carry permit. But, he open carried because Washington is a place where you can open carry in like certain areas. But he was like, nah, man, if I was black too, I'd just conceal carry too. Because I have learned people get real uncomfortable when there's a black person carrying a gun. But we played that until like 3 or 4 in the morning. And then I'm like, all right, time to go to bed. Get up, go upstairs, get dressed for bed. I play Hyrule Warriors for 2 hours. Good job, me. Good job. Playing Hyrule Warriors while a little drunk is absolute fun. I'm just telling you that now. Finally, at 6 a.m., I was able to go to bed. I got woken up at 10 a.m. to go help a friend with a project. Luckily, I got paid $80 for that. But this is me, who is really tired. I won't say extremely hungover, because as I said, I ate and maintained a good amount of hydration throughout the night. Just not enough to completely escape it. So I was a bit hungover. And I get home, like, after this thing, and it's fucking, like, noon. I'm just all like, I'm tired and hungover, and I have to record in, like, 3 hours. 4 hours. Like, But I was gonna do it. I was like, fuck it. Like, I don't want to flake out on people. Like, I've been telling people I was gonna do it. Blah, 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 blah. I was super irritable. And I think it came across in the chat I was in. I'm not gonna go into details about that. But as at that point, I'm just like, I am not a people person right now. I'm gonna go, like, try and relax and rest and see where that gets me. I get up. Like, what time did I get up? And set up and do this. Yeah, about 4 p.m. I get up. I was like, all right, do this shit. And Mega's like, hey, you're gonna be okay. I'm like, no, I'm gonna do it though. And it's like, Mega's like, you don't have to do it right now. Like I was like, okay, I'm not. At which point I went on our roll, and I was supposed to been all like, I was like, hey guys, I don't mean to disappoint you, but I'm about to fucking die. And people were all like, oh, I hope you, please don't die, Lucky. And Omega was his usual sassy self and said, Lucky, oh, I don't know, I don't be flaky. The masses, no, don't lie, live well, hugs. Fuck. But I got ready. I went for bed. I crashed in around 6 p.m. I did not wake up until 6 a.m. Today. I woke up really discombobulated. I had some weird ass fucking dreams as usual. Like, I was living with Omega, and for some odd reason, we were brushing our teeth in a mirror, and we were talking about Duhalans to our ghost neighbor. I don't fucking know. It's crazy, yo. There's more details, but, like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know if people want to go into dreams with Lucky. Shit's weird. But I got up and realized, shit, there was a lot of shit I just did not do yesterday. Yeah, dreams being dreams. So first off, I got up and made myself a hearty bowl of honey bunches of oat. I'm like, fuck yeah, honey bunches of oat. Nom, nom. Nom, milk for days. And got up, got dressed, and I went outside to work on my car, because my car is currently broken down right now. It has a busted oil pan. Like, classic Kaicho. It has a busted oil pan, like a hole was ripped out of it. Like, I finally got the new oil pan, and I got the tools for it, so I can finally crawl under it, and, start working that off. So I got about halfway done. I'm like, it was like half an hour. I'm covered in grease. It's hot. It's a really, well, I say it's hot, but what I mean by hot is it's just a nice day outside and the sun is shining. Which means if my legs are in one place for more than 10 minutes, they start burning because they have trapped a lot of fucking heat. Like, goddamn, why you do this? So I was like, okay, it's motherfucking break time. So I scooch out and I start playing gacha games for a little bit. And then I remember, because I'm playing outside, and I'm like, man, it's a really nice day. I had a drone or something. That'd be really fun. Out, I remembered that I do have a drone. It was a gift for me, like, last Christmas, or Christmas before that. And I just never flew it because, well, I don't know. Drones seem kind of dangerous to me sometimes. Because they're really fast spinning propeller blades and they can fly at you really fucking fast. But I was like, whatever. I'm feeling good. I'm gonna get my drone out. Commence an hour of trying to figure out how this drone fucking works. I finally get it working. This is the part where I luckily decide to blatantly ignore the instruction booklet and decide to fly my drone in high fucking wind. So my drone, once it takes off, is completely caught by the wind and flung off to a roof, like 2 houses down. I'm like, why do you do this? So first thing I do is I run down, I knock on some doors and be like, hey, my drone's on your roof. But unfortunately, no one's home. Like, goddamn. So for this, I'm just like, all right, maybe I can just like start it up from here and fly it off. So I do. I'm able to get it started off. It propelled back up, and I'm like, all right, cool. Now I just got to guide. Nope, wind takes it again. It's gone. Fuck. This time it flew over the roofs and over onto like the back of like behind the houses where there's like a convenience store, and it lands like behind it that's blocked off. So I'm like, God fucking damn it, why? So my first thought was maybe I could just jump fence there and go, just grab it there, but that would technically be trespassing, and I don't know what kind of security measures they have. Because I live in a neighborhood, where people just keep fucking Rottweilers as guard dogs. I'm just like, what are the chances of a Rottweiler being behind a convenience store? I don't want to take a gamble and find out. So I basically ran around the block, came up huffing and puffing to this fucking convenience store, which is run by Asian people. I don't know what the hell they are. Who, speak, basic English. And, I tried to convey to them, yeah, my thing fell behind your store. Can I go grab it? And they're like, it'd be like 5 minutes of like gesticulating and talking while really out of breath. To convey this fact, I just wanted to go behind jump the fence and grab it. And they gave me their okay because they don't actually have a key to get in the back or something. Which I was like fine with. Or whatever. I'm not like physically in shape, but I will find a way over some fence if I have to. So I went and got it. All was good. And I came back home. It was hot. I was sweaty. I was tired and out of breath. I'm just like, fucking why? Why, drone? Why you do this? And I put the drone back and I put it away. I'm going to wait for a much less windy day. But I have a drone. It has a camera on it. It actually hooks up to my smartphone and it displays the video there. It's not
drone
like
vlogs with Lucky.
Oh my god!
Listen, I feel like we've made X with Lucky a meme. So, audience, we're not gonna do 80% of the things we say with Lucky will do, but we will do some of them.
I don't know. Maybe for a life with Lucky, I'll want some drone. I don't fucking know. If I can get this thing under control, because, god, it's hard flying a drone. It really is. The drone I have, and I don't know, and camper is for peeping. My drone's camper. I don't know anyone in this neighborhood that I'm on. And real talk, just controlling the drone to get it anywhere is a fucking major problem. Because here's how the fucking drone works. It has 2 control sticks, and it's capable of 3D movement. So on the left stick, pushing up or down, on it, increases the throttle, decreases the throttle, also goes up and down in general. Pushing left or right on the left control stick, manages its rotation. Now, the right control stick completely controls its pitch and yaw. So if I push left, it'll pitch to the left. If I pitch right, it'll pitch to the right. Forward and back, makes it forward and back. Now the problem is, this drone looks very, very similar from all angles. It needs a fucking color scheme so I know which way is technically the front. And I have a hard time seeing that. So I basically have to try, every time I start it up, it starts off really high powered. It's like, I'm gonna take it now! I'm like, no, don't do that! And then I have to kind of try to figure out where the front is, because, unfortunately, I think one of the, rotors on it doesn't rotate at the same speed as the other one, which means it is potentially, throwing constantly off balance. So I have to fight with that constantly. And when it was fucking outside, I just couldn't. Like, I flew into like the gate several times. I almost hit someone with it. Luckily, that person was one of my roommates, so they knew that there was a drone gonna fucking fly at them, and they were able to dodge. Thank God. I don't want to hit anyone in the face with a fucking drone. But it was just like, oh my fucking God. Like, I like this drone. I really do. I want to play with it more. I just don't want to, like, lose it. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Maybe I'll take a picture of it, and I'll be like, I'll take a picture of it, and I'll show you guys later on my Twitter. So that was Lucky in a Drone. After which I came inside, and I'm like, alright, I'm just gonna watch and chill and relax drone escapades until it's time to record.
And then 4 hours later.
4 hours later. Yep. And I still got shit to talk about. Yeah. So, as many of you fucking know, I did a fucking meme video like a few days ago. Oh, I love this sculpture. Oh, I gotta, I'm gonna watch it later. I made a video called BBN's Right Round for 10 minutes. I made that 5 days ago. 304 fucking views. That's more views than some of our fucking main channel videos. And that offends me for some odd reason. It has 45 likes. And this is me not, like, sharing it at all.
I understand perfectly why it pisses you off. It's a low effort post. It is a shit post, sir. You made BB spin around in time to spin me right round. Whereas we have episodes of What's Up where we talk about serious real life shit for like 3 hours, and those get like 200 views.
Yeah. Like, I haven't even like posted this on Reddit. Like, if I posted this on Reddit, I'm pretty sure it would blow up on there a bit too. And I'm just all like, why? I'm glad people like it. I really do. But, like, it's also bothering because I'm getting subscribers from this. I'm like, people, what are you expecting from me? Let's see, how many do I have right now? Let me check. My channel.
Well, if they're anything like me, when I subscribe to, like, a crack YouTuber or, like, dumb animations, they're waiting for those, like, every 6 months you post something good.
Yeah, I guess it's like Seth Everman. I fucking love Seth Everman. I'm pretty sure I posted him a few times, but I just love his work. Poke Emblem has talked about watching one of Al Chan Can't Study and wasn't expecting to love it. I know, it's great. But, like, I don't know. Do I want my YouTube to be fucking shitpost? I don't fucking. Like, is that what I want to be known for in the future? I don't fucking know. Apparently, I got 20 subscribers out of it, and apparently I need to make, like, people, like, when someone subscribes to you, they kind of say, hey, we expect things from you. And I'm like, can I answer those expectations? I don't fucking know. This goes into part 2 of this, because Patreon is going to be doing a new system for their Patreon pages. Now, to be real, I don't actually understand what they're trying to do. I just know that it's gonna, like, change up how their system works, and everyone who's made a Patreon before it gets grandfathered into the new system.
I'm pretty sure, basically, the idea is that Patreon's an ongoing, they're an evolving service, and they've run into this issue where, like, not everybody has the same wants and desires and needs. And also, they've run into it. You talked about business making models 4 hours ago, funnily enough. But they also have this issue where fucking companies are running patrons, and, like, they probably need more service and stuff and higher levels. But also, maybe Patreon could charge them more because they're, running a business. So they're basically altering their business model. So you have basic-ass Patreon where there's no tiers or anything. People just give you money to support you. You have their medium tier, which is basically like what everybody's grandfathered into, which is they charge you a little bit, but you can set tiers and stuff, and you get percentages, and you kind of like give rewards. And then I don't know what the fuck their pro level is, because I don't care. But that's also up there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure it's just like a business decision because they've realized that they're a much bigger company, I think, than they thought they would be.
Okay. Well, anyway, just because other people is all like, get in now, before this happens, I was like, okay, cool, I'll make me a Patreon. Why not? I have a Patreon account. I just didn't have the Creator Studios because I was all like, I'm going to go support people. Because I support Studio Trigger, I support Phoenixo, and I support Seven because they make lewd games that I like. Also, it gives me early access to their shit, and I like playing that shit immediately. But I made one. I was all like, alright, if I was to make something in the fucking future, what would it be? Cue Jeopardy theme here. No, don't cue Jeopardy theme, because I knew immediately what it was going to be. I like to make art and games. And so that's what it is. I have a patron. It's called Lucky Stuff because I am a fucking literary genius, and I am creating art and games. Let's see here. My Patreon, my patron tiers are for the $1 you be called a onesie. For $5 you be called a fiver. It has one post where actually, hang on, let me Patreon. I have 0 Patreons with $0 per month, and I am completely okay with that. I have one post which I call the monthly report of May 2019, where I talk about I made a fucking Patreon. What now, bitch? Key stuff, creating art and games. Because that's something I definitely think I would want to do in the future. Is make games and maybe make art for said games. Can't remember how long ago this was. I think it was this was a week ago. But I woke up and the first thing on my mind was Pokemon-based farming simulation. And I was all like, I'd play that. Thinking about it was all like, no, not Pokemon, monsters. Kept going, not monsters, but monster girls. And I was like, oh, I could totally make a game about that. And I was all like, I could do that. I can make a game. Maybe not right now, but I'm totally going to make that game. I've decided that I am going to make a monster farm game. And this will be one of the projects I do under Lucky Stuff. But I got other shit to work on right now, so this is down the road. I've been constantly thinking about this game too. It's like, what would I do?
Man, I know that feel. But what I was going to chime in and say is basically, you started the Patreon is basically, oh shit, they're changing everything. I better get my account and my status locked in now so that when I want to use it later, it's totally okay and I don't have to fuck around with any of this new nonsense.
Yep. I'm not really, I haven't been really shilling it. It's like, alright, I'll connect my account and stuff, but I really don't need to. I don't need to shill it out because I'm not expecting anyone to donate to this. If you have money to go donate to us, go donate to the Studio Mega Patreon, because that's the money that's going to get us to consolidate. The big goal. Yeah,
that's basically our the Studio Mega Patreon will be it's for the YouTube channel, so it's for for stuff associated with. So that's okay, we want to do bigger and better productions together, so that's mostly where your funding goes.
Yeah, if we ever get big enough, I think I can start thinking about my own projects. Yeah, maybe I'll generate that. But for now, this is just gonna be for me brainstorming, posting silly art, and going from there. And as we go, maybe this idea for a game will coalesce into something. Because, like I said, I already had an idea for a game. Because if anyone has talked to me about Doki Doki Literature Club, they know I have an absolute hate for it. It is one of the few things I actually hate. I hate it to the point that if I ever get the chance, I'm going to make a game that completely and utterly blows it out of the water. And when they ask me why I made that game, I'm going to say, because I fucking hate Doki Doki Literature Club.
Spite! Spite and hatred!
Spite and hatred fueled the game. And again, that's something I'm really in the brainstorming section. But again, if I start making headway and finances picking up somewhere, I definitely start putting money into it. If a Seth made a good game, that's what it is.
No, I think Camper's talking about Doki Doki.
Oh. But, as I said, if you like Doki Doki Literature Club, that's fine. If you have, found the validations for liking Doki Doki Literature Club, that's fine too. Don't come to me talking about why you like Doki Doki Literature Club. Just don't.
And don't come to me because I've never played it, and I'm probably never going to play it, because I feel no desire to do so.
Yeah. What?
And Lucky fell and died.
Yep. This is Lucky 2.0, the Resurrection. Hi, miss. So, yeah. So, I'm definitely going to start, a roadmap. I'm not necessarily, second time that image has been relevant. Camper just posted again, Shirogane K from, Kaguya-sama, saying, okay, but please don't die. To Ishigami. But, yeah. So, Patreon is going to do stuff. I'm going to start trying to art more. I'm going to post it. I'm hoping that me having a thing that I need to post, maybe updates semi-regularly, will push me to start doing more stuff. I'm a person, here's the thing. Lucky doesn't do well with no direction. If someone doesn't say, hey, do something, I'm just going to float in the endless void and be all and if someone says, hey, you should do a thing, and I start doing a thing, and no one gives me any additional feedback for that, I'm going to get halfway done, and I'm just going to be meh. It's like you constantly need to be pushing Lucky to do something. He just doesn't fucking do it. I know it's kind of a sad character trait, but it's how I operate. It's part.
Hey, Lucky, you said you were working on a 5-point business plan. Can I get that on my desk sometime? It's okay, I'm joking. You set me up though. You gotta stop. Don't pitch him low and slow.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about making jokes.
I told you I was.
I know you're working on something, but you gave me a great opportunity.
Like I said, I am working on a business model but I'm still in the research of fucking options to use.
Fair play.
And unfortunately, I haven't been burning the midnight oil on it because life. God damn it.
Yeah, you're chasing drones and shit.
Mm-hmm. Luckily, has lived an exciting. Let's see here. I am in the wrong chat. No one posted it. There we go. Omega says he needs to write that down as an episode title. God damn it. So, let's see here. Omega, can I get a time check, please?
Yes, we are currently at 4:19. That's 4 hours and 19 minutes.
I really don't have anything. I talked a lot about video games. I talked about anime. I talked a bit about things. Let's see here. I guess I'll finish off. I'll tell you guys about the two lucky maxims. Maxims are. I like maxims. Maxims are basically short, easy phrases that basically tell a person like what things, ideals, or beliefs are. I have two. There might be a third one added at some point. I don't fucking. Lucky likes thinking about this shit. This one, everyone should fucking know. It's a goddamn rule in this goddamn. It's let people enjoy things. Basically, you have an opinion. You're welcome to opinion. You're welcome to share your opinion. But if that opinion is basically going to stomp over the opinions of others, you should probably practice discretion and not say your opinion and just take solace in the fact that you have an opinion. Like, as I said, like, you can not like a thing. Trust me, there are many things, like, there's few things I hate, but there are plenty of things I just don't like. You gotta remember, hate's a very strong word. There's plenty of things I don't like, and there's plenty of things that I just don't like talked about in our Discord. But I don't get on my seat and be like, I'm sorry, you are wrong, and these are all the reasons why you are wrong. For these reasons, my opinion to me, because I am fucking goddamn. I just stay silent. I let people have what they say, and I just wander off and maybe chime a 2-bit later. As I said, it does not hurt you to not share your opinion. If for some odd reason that you need to feel the need to share your opinion to the point that it might be causing you some sort of pain, you might need to get something checked out. Otherwise, some tact, let people have what they enjoy, and maybe find people who share the same opinions of you so you can expound upon them there. My second maxim, ow, my opinionitis. My second one is one that's probably not as well known, but I posted it on my Twitter at some. Is celebrate the creator. This goes back into me, needing those pushes here. But anyone can create. I mean this. Anyone can create. Whether you're good or not, well, that's on you. And that's also kind of on the people that, are around you. A lot of creators will find themselves pushed to new heights if the people around them are supporting them of what they do and give them positive feedback. Let me tell you that, positive and critical feedback. And like I said, like if you talk to like any artist online, you will notice that they are generally very positive to other artists or people who are just trying to get up. Because let me tell you, being negative like to an artist can easily shut them down and make them to stop creating just immediately. Like that happened to me. Like I think I've shared this story before, but when I was little, like I was very interested in art. In 5th grade, I really wanted to be an artist. My teachers were all like, no, you don't want to be an artist. That's not where you want to go. You want to do math and sciences and do stuff that makes our school look really, really good. And, that broke my fucking, 5th grade year old heart. And I was like, oh, okay. And, literally that was a turning point in my life where I decided, I didn't fucking, care about school anymore. And it wasn't until I was, 27 that I said, no, I'm gonna do fucking art. But by then, I had been set in my ways, and it's really hard for me to fucking, and so I struggle. I fucking struggle so much. Thankfully, I've had a few positive influences on me that's helped me along, but God, I am nowhere near where I could have been if I've stuck to it.
You can do it, Lucky.
Gambare. So, if you know someone who's...
Gambare in the chat. Also, by the way, hi. This is Floor Omega.
This is Floor Omega?
I am on the floor now.
Like, so if you know someone who's, trying to create, trying to get out there, trying to prove themselves, be someone who supports them and helps them along. Because you never know, like, what might get them to stop. And trust me, you don't want someone to stop creating. People creating stuff is how they get stuff from inside their head out. Whether it be with words, with art, sculptures, painting, woodworking, metalworking, all those things. Like, there's so many different mediums for people to explore. People should explore them and find out, like what's out there.
I'm nodding quietly on the floor right now.
Omega's probably just fucking bored because I've been making him sit through this recording for like 4.5 hours.
Also, I'm a little sleepy. I have been sitting still for like 4 hours. I had to take a Pop-Tart break in there.
Pop-Tart break! Alright, well, you know what? Out of real talk, I could keep going. I could just pick a topic and tangent, but we have Floor Omega now, and I think that's the cutoff point. So, Omega, why don't you get up and we do this?
Okay, I'm sitting up now. Do you want to do the YouTube outro? Or should I?
Yeah, you'll do that as your time, but I'll say goodbye quick. Everyone, thank you for joining me here on the second official Live with Lucky podcast. I know it's been like 4.5 hours, but I appreciate that you're here. Even people who should have gone to bed, you damn Apache helicopters. As I said, I'm definitely gonna take that idea of maybe a live with Lucky, and I'm just playing fucking Stardew Valley or something, and I might see where that goes. I like that idea. I don't think there's gonna be much potential for After Dark with Lucky. I don't think that we get a lot of attention on that. And Drones with Lucky, I don't fucking know. Maybe I'll enjoy that with something else. But for me, that's everything. I hope you had a good time. I hope I didn't veer off. And I hope to see you next time. Omega, please take us out.
Alrighty. Very well, everybody. If you like this episode, give it a like. If you have any comments about anything, leave those in the comment section down below. Who knows, maybe Lucky will talk about your comment on the next Live with Lucky, or maybe he won't. If you're new here, also consider subscribing to the channel so you always get the latest of our videos when we post them. And even if you're already subscribed, consider hitting that bell for notifications so you always know when we post a new video, because this is going to take like a million years to render.
Suffer.
And also, like we said at the front of the show, consider supporting us on Patreon. You can get access to episodes early. You can get the audio download to this, which will be in like 2 parts because of maximum file size. For as little as $1 a month and lots of other things. Also, Lucky takes suggestions from patrons on topics, so it doesn't matter what your level is, but it's a great way to get him to think about your topic and talk about it on Live with Lucky. And we will see you next month. Alright, that's it. I'm going to hit the off button now.
Bye.